going on?
Yeah.
Jack Doherty crashed out, dude.
I'm still on my bad side. That's how I know that I'm back on my shit.
Dude can't drive, man.
Call me the Titanic.
Imagine if he had a real car.
Treat your click like
McLaren's a very cool car, but I mean, how much skill does it take to drive?
I talk my shit, but I back it up.
What is it? $500,000 $1 million sports car in a straight line down a highway.
Plate and spoon must put my money where my mouth is, cause I got my cake and I ate it too. Ate it, bitch. But
they bite off of this cause they like my shit. No fucks, take offense, but you like
good stuff,
that
man.
shit.
Funny.
She'll fight over dick cause she like my shit. They bite off
oh,
of
like
this
the
'cause they
stream.
my shit.
Like the stream, you losers.
Yeah. Bitch, you got one television, and the one you have is cheap. It's like when they test your blood. That
Wonder
shit is a
if Jack Doherty had my Mustang, he'd be a dead
Bitch, I
man.
got mad TVs.
Can you imagine him driving a Mustang that's not only a Mustang, but it's also stick? Like you have to actually drive the car?
All y'all just casualties. Critics, I don't rap to please. They be like that brand of greens. Label them Del Monte. Cause everyone you can appease. Yeah. But
you know he doesn't even appreciate it, right?
No fucks, take offense, but you like that shit.
Like it's all about how it looks. It's all about just showing everybody that he can afford it.
She'll fight over dick cause she like my shit. They bite off of this cause they like my shit.
Came up in a world that never really gave a crap about me. 2 months my dad was outie. Blew up, he bragged about me. Talk about seizing the moment. It's like I had the Lowrys. I got jumped at checkers. Then across the board the game had to crown me. And then I swear this shit is a trip. Similar to a family outing. When I look back at how these kids in my class would clown me. Said I'm just a huge waste. Well that must make these rappers bouncy. Cause now they all feel so small that they won't even rap.
This country music is terrible.
Like a sinkhole, sinkhole, bitch, no,
we don't listen to country music because country music is awful.
But I have no boundaries. You get in my way, I'm a barrier.
It's the worst
like a
music
barricade
ever
around
made.
this area. They call me the Grand Canal. Cause I'll be damned if rap ain't damn. But I keep it a grand like a damn finale. Coup de grace as I shot the superstardom. Who'd have thought with my medulla oblongata screwed up thoughts could do with toddlers. But I grew up on ramen noodles, combination of post-trauma due to mama. Got me off my rock, a human llama. But everything is not Hakuna Matata. But I pour my heart into the ink in these letters. I tell you what part as I piece it together. How am I so sick if I keep getting better? Bitch, you ain't fucking with me if this ever. You got no cheese and no cheddar. You need some yeast, at least get your bread up. I hit your bitch up like Pac. Told her to please keep her head up, head up, head up. Cause she was sucking my dick in the Jeep when we met up. I show up like you just said, speak of the devil is speaking. Now shut up. Shh. I'm trying to take rappers' heads off. I'm out for blood like the Red Cross. Turn your GPS off.
What, white bread music?
It's not a no TED Talk.
Plain vanilla music?
Every word that come from my lip bomb like I'm chapstick. CD is a motherfucking compact. It's bombastic. I'm ahead of my time on my watch fast, bitch. I'm strapped, safety off that bitch. Cock back, but this paper made the pen will be the only thing.
I give that entire genre a soft.
Used to write my raps on napkins. Too much paper, now I'm stacking. You can't take it like dog aspirin. Ain't alcohol, but I'm strong acid. Rappers liquor, this song has it.
I will say this, it has like the highest production you'll see. Because it has to. Because you're polishing a turd.
No fucks, take offense, but you like that shit.
Alright, let's go into it. Let's freaking get into it. Turn that down. You guys know who Jack Doherty is? Let me show you who Jack Doherty is. This little boy right here, it's not a little boy, he's like 20 years old. Very young, very, very, very young. But you expect him, you know, this guy's like just graduated high school. You know, he's a bit awkward yet, still kind of kicking off that teenage energy. No, this is like your quintessential millionaire kid who like doesn't really get it. You know, like what every old out of touch person thinks that like a professional influencer is, and like a TikToker is. You know, like the kid who just has so much money, they don't even need to know how to spend it. You know, too big to fail through ill-gotten gains. That's this guy right here. That's Jack Doherty. Has actually a long history of being a freaking just problem child, I guess you could call it. He recently crashed a car, but we'll get into that in a minute. I wanted to show you just a few things that I knew about Jack Doherty that I feel like a lot of people don't realize. Like, for instance, did you know that Dr. Phil tried to save Jack Doherty? This is just posted on his YouTube 3 years ago. But this is a little bit of the Dr. Phil encounter.
Here's video of Jack fighting with his brother Michael after Jack took Michael's new luxury car without permission and without a license, so Jack could tape a prank.
Oh my gosh, she's coming. Look out, look out, look out. Jackie! Hi, Michael. Phil.
Dude, it's so funny that Dr. Phil would literally post like a fully edited YouTube video that was obviously like made with the intentions of rage bait as an example of this kid being like off his rocker. But we'll persist. We'll persist anyway.
Hi, Mike. Okay, Jack. That's enough.
Luxury car. What is that, like an Audi? I've had an Audi. I had an Audi Quattro A4. I had a luxury car, guys.
Michael!
This is so fake, Dr. Phil. What is even wrong with you?
Oh, stop!
Yeah, Dr. Phil. You're really showing me. This kid's crazy. Lock him up. Lock him up, dude. That's why I don't even like talking about him, because it's like he's a piece of shit, right? Obviously, Jack Doherty's a piece of shit. But he doesn't care, right? He does this. He knows he looks like an asshole. He literally doesn't care. He's like, I want to say it is new. Maybe I'm just getting old. But I want to say it's not new, but it's reached new heights. It's constantly, the bar is constantly getting lower. We're like terrible activity, being a terrible person, terrible actions are more acceptable the more you're able to monetize them. Like by being just like a professional clown in the worst sense, like being disruptive to those, being a net negative to society at whole. It's a good thing. People will defend him because he's able to monetize it online. Right? Terrible. It's so stupid. I don't even like talking about him because it's obviously like this is what he wants. He wants people to talk about him. He doesn't care. As long as you're talking about him, he's winning. Well, let's go.
Okay, Michael, I promise you, it's done. It's done. Okay, Michael, I promise you, it's done.
I'm gonna smash
it's
this
done. Michael! Don't touch my camera. Stop. Don't touch Michael. Jack! Michael, stop! Stop!
Oh, and then the dad comes out. Dude, like that is a completely rational response. If this is even real. His parents are such failures. And you know they're like wealthy. Like look where they're living. These kids, these children are driving around in Audi A4s and shit. Audi, luxury cars. Just these kids were doomed from the start. Doomed from the fucking start. I would love to look into it and see how his parents even made their money. Because this dude looks like he's never worked a fucking day in his life. This guy just looks like a douchebag. He raised two douchebags. I doubt him and his wife, Doherty's mom, have very much in common because she barely speaks English. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not sure how the husband and her can talk much. If you know what I mean. She has a very thick accent. I'm being a little bit harsh, but Doherty's like 20 years old. You know, how acclimated to American culture. You know, how long has she really been in the States by the time that Doherty was conceived, right? Just the whole family's they're like white trash, right? This is like more acceptable because it's not in a trailer park. It's like the same type of person, but you just give them like $1 million, a significant amount of money. They turn out like this. This is what a white trash family looks. A trailer park family looks like if they can afford like a home in the suburbs. and that makes it acceptable because money equals approval.
Right now. Stop! Run away!
Can you shut up? Please.
Like if that wasn't a white BMW. And it was like a fucking Ford Ranger with a clapped out exhaust. Like this would be a whole different type of content, right?
Don't break it.
Well, Jack's older brother, Michael, joins us now. He believes Jack pushes his pranks too far.
Even the brother's giggling. The brother's even laughing. This is so fucking fake. But you know what? Dr. Phil don't care. Dr. Phil's in it for the same reason, right? He had. You guys ever see the thing with him with the bum fights guy? Hold on, this is funny. We're gonna take a detour, because Dr. Phil's a piece of shit too, right? He acts like he's doing this to help people. He's like the moral authority, when in reality it's just Maury, right? What was it, Maury? Fuck that. We're moving past that. Remember bum fights? The guy from Bum Fights was on Dr. Phil. And the Dr. Phil, like, the angle there was totally going to be like, dude, you're taking advantage of like disturbed people. You're taking advantage of people that aren't all there. They're not thinking clearly. When Dr. Phil does the same thing, right? He just does it from the angle of, well, I'm doing this to help them, wink, wink. When the Bum Fights guy was like, no, I'm doing this for entertainment, right? But this was funny. Dr. Phil, Bum Fights guy. Let's see if we can find the clip, dude. Oh, God. Here, I don't know if I can find a video. Shit. Here it is. Oh, my God. It's Cinnamon Toast Ken, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time for another knife hand wielding. It's a sick world. Wow.
Look. The guy from Bum Fights dressed up like Dr. Phil. He's trolling Dr. Phil. Like, is that the whole point here, even from him, is like, dude, we do the same thing. You just act like you're the good guy, and I'm honest. I'm just trying to make fucking money, It's funny. Funny. But then you got to remember, this was, like, approved. He had to go through the dressing room and everything to get out here, right? Dr. Phil knew he was going to show up like this. Didn't care. Like, he's a piece of shit, dude. Dude.
Whoa, which one is the real Dr. Phil right now? I can't tell,
It's funny, dude. Like there's levels to it, right? Like just because you're trying to make entertaining stuff, like you're doing the rage bait, you're willing to like talk about Jack Doherty isn't like inherently bad, but like for Dr. Phil to stand on this moral high hill with these types of things like, I am the good guy, I am the voice of reason. No, you're just as bad as the fucking people you criticize, you fucking clown. Fictional character, I'm coming out of the shadows. Oh, there he is, dude. It's fictional character, ladies and gentlemen. Sick, dude. We're going into Jack Doherty territory.
Michael, thanks for joining us.
Yo, looking back on it, it was funny, though. Come on. That was great. You popped me like 3 times in the face. I think that was great content.
I mean,
I deserved it.
Looking back on it, I guess you could say that it was funny, but in the moment, it was
either set up, right, or Michael here is just as much of a fucking spoiled brat as Jack is. The parents were out and everything. There were people recording. He was slowly driving. He didn't even go anywhere. If he wanted to, Jack could have just sped down the road and fucking left his brother until he like beats the shit. He like smacked his brother a few times. It's either fake or he's a fucking spoiled brat just like Jack is, but his parents are clearly fucking unable to raise a child. So I wouldn't be surprised if either were true.
It was not that funny.
That was your new car, right?
Mm-hmm. Daddy bought it.
Yeah, and also
even Jack, it was your new car, right? Like dude, like where's like you act like you fucking care about the car. There's no like I don't know. I'm getting sidetracked on the wrong thing here, but the idea that Daddy buys you a car.
Vibe killer. Looked like Joe had too much booze. Oh, I think he only has like 1 follower, and he's like, I hate.
Let's go.
Okay, I get it.
Let's go. Thank you, Dave Jones, for the member. We got Jem to talk shit on me. I forgot I had that even set up. But anyway, yeah, the whole vibe, the whole idea of you raising a kid to be such a spoiled fucking brat. Like, it's a clear example of the failings of Jack's parents, right? You raise the kid to be such a fucking brat. Then only do you buy him a fucking luxury car at 18 that he doesn't fucking, there's no reason an 18-year-old fucking kid should be having a car like that, right? Especially these guys. Do you think this guy's a car guy? Do you think his brother's a car guy? Do you think they're into cars? Do you think they respect the vehicle they're driving? No, it's all about clout. It's all about looking cool. I can't show up to work, school in a used car, Dad. You got to buy me the fucking good whip, right? And then to like not work for it, have it handed to you, but then act all self-righteous about it, like get so upset about it to the point where you beat your brother, quote unquote, if that was real. Like either way, just complete trash family, man. The whole family's trash, man. It's freaking like, it's like your quintessential, like your typical like trailer park family, but only they can afford like a nice house. They make like 80,000 plus a year. This is what happens when like trash, like you're like the type of person that would be identified as like trailer trash becomes rich. This is what it looks like.
I thought he was gonna crash or something, and also
I
from Ohio.
If I crash a car, I would buy a new one. Let's be real. No worries.
What money?
I'm talking to your brother, and you're interrupting.
You're right.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
That probably wasn't the worst thing we've done. I mean, I don't know if you saw the video of me quitting my job. He like paid me to quit my job.
Give him a little back.
And I told my manager to go yourself because Jack said he'd pay me $100.
Dude, honestly, I'm not even mad at them in this Dr. Phil interview. I like the fact that they're trolling Dr. Phil because Dr. Phil's a piece of shit too. It's like funny. It's like Dr. Phil's trying to make a fuck out of these guys, these two kids, right? I don't like Jack Doherty. Who does like Jack Doherty? But in this context, where Dr. Phil,
such a vibe killer, too much booze.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dave Juice Georgiu's got a membership. Congratulations, Georgius.
Vibe killer. Look like Joe.
Oh my God, it's doubling up.
Oh, I think he only has like 1 follower, and he's like a hate follower.
That's too long of a soundbite. It's too long of a soundbite. It's disruptive. It's disruptive. But these freaking guys, what was I even fucking saying? What was I even saying? My God. He's totally screwed me up, dude. Oh yeah, the fact that they're going on Dr. Phil and they're trolling Dr. Phil, it's like almost cool because a lot of the time the people that Dr. Phil takes advantage of for content, I'll even put it that way, are people that like are unaware, they're not really sure what's going on, and he like uses them for content. Right? That's like what he does. And he acts like he's like the moral figure of the situation. He's like, I'm going to show these guys. I'm going to show them the way. I'm the good guy. I'm trying to help these people. And he's not. He's doing it for clout too. But then these two clout goblins come on and they troll Dr. Phil for clout. They kind of like beat him at his own game. I kind of like that angle.
To do it.
No, I gave you $1,000. Let's be real. I gave you $100 extra to say that. It's all in jokes. Like, it's all like, grow up, live life, have fun.
I know a lot of internet influencers that have lots and lots of followers in the tens of millions, and they do a lot of comedy and a lot of jokes, but they're always successful when the joke's on them.
Yeah.
They're very creative about doing things where the joke's on them. So it's not at someone else's expense. You can do a lot of different things that don't have the downside, but have the upside if you just challenge yourself to do things at a different level.
That's like base though. It's like, because that is a crutch. Like it works, but it's a crutch, right? It's like sound advice. Like, listen, like you could probably be, he's like literally telling the guy right now, I'm on Dr. Phil's side. He's literally telling him, he's like, listen, you have an influence, you have a platform, but like, you're selling yourself short. If you challenge yourself, you could probably make like better content, and still see success. But then he's got to challenge him. Like what? Well, what else would I do?
Your question for me was, do I think what you're doing is okay or whatever? Yeah. I think you're energetic, and I think you're a hard worker. I think if you
dude, Dr. Phil's being like base. He's actually like trying to give him like good advice, and Jack Doherty's just like not gonna probably take it because he was raised wrong, probably born wrong too.
Morph things into being more creative, and
I think they're so creative. No one's ever done those types of stuff.
Okay, we're done here.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to give him some advice, and he wants to talk rather than listen.
Don't interrupt him.
He's very hard to get along with. I'm sorry.
Jack.
Yeah, honestly, Jack, listen to Dr. Phil. He's made a whole career out of taking advantage of people. And like, he knows how to make content, right? Right? Is Dr. Phil like so out of touch that he's not worth listening to when it comes to making content people will enjoy as you sit on his show on cable? Right? Am I wrong? Because like you want to just be like, oh, this old person's trying to give this new kid advice, right? But it's like, this is actually a bulb. Like if he were to give advice on like other things, like to the bum fights guy, it'd be a little bit like lamer, right? But they're both like in media. They're both like not too different from each other. Like clearly Dr. Phil has an idea for how to make good content. He's trying to like help he's trying to help Jack here. It's kind of interesting.
Could you give him another?
I never watched this all the way through.
Chance? Jack, please don't interrupt anymore.
I was just trying to be nice.
Let Dr. Phil speak. You're not being nice.
I've
You're
tried several
interrupting.
times to give him some advice that I've gotten from having consulted with several internet influencers that are 10 times the size that he is on the internet, and universally they gave me the same advice to pass on to him, but he wants to interrupt and argue.
But they are playing Dr. Phil, right? Like the whole point is to come on. Like you think the dad brought Jack Doherty? You think his dad brought Jack Doherty on to actually fix him? To like because like there was something that he wanted to hear from Dr. Phil? No, the whole family's a bunch of freaking shysters. They're all in on it to try to freaking get their kid to be famous, all right, to get this clout. Like they're not here for Dr. Phil's advice. And you know what, honestly, props to Dr. Phil, because I bet you he's smart enough to know that they're coming on to milk him for content. And that's why he's like probably being like really based right now. He's like being like really genuine and seriously trying to give him advice, because then anything Jack does as a response to that can only make him look more negative. You can't like troll him if he's just being genuine with you and actually trying to help you. This is an interesting interaction. I knew this existed, but I never had actually watched it before.
You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him float on his back. So I'm done here.
Jack,
so how can we de-stress during these rather stressful times? We'll talk about that next.
Oh, wow, that was it.
I don't know. I don't know what went wrong there. I was just trying to have a conversation.
Well, I think he was going to give you some valuable advice from other YouTubers.
Wow, his dad is I'm starting to see where based on my calculations, I would say that the stature of the Doherty family may have something to do with why they all feel the need to drive really expensive cars and really wear really expensive clothing. I think the heights of this problem may be unprecedented. I think this may have reached. I think the issues here have reached new heights or lack thereof. Look at his posture. Why do short dudes just stand like that? Because I'm tall, right? I'm always kind of hunched over because everyone's down here. But when you're tall, you're doing the opposite. When you're short, you're doing the opposite. You have that like. Look at that. He's got that short dude posture. Hold on. 1 second, dude. We'll finish that clip in a second. 1 second. I'm having fun. We're having a fun time.
We represent the lollipop guild, the lollipop guild, the lollipop guild, and in the name of the lollipop guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin.
The fucking Dohertys, dude. That's the Dohertys theme song. that does explain the fancy clothes, the cars, the like they're like, you know that he's not a car like he doesn't like cars. I doubt that he likes cars. They're driving these fancy fucking cars around, getting the McLarens, getting the BMWs, the big house, the fancy clothes. In honor of the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah, if I could.
I'm not a know-it-all.
I know. Sorry.
You have great staff.
Taylor, Amy, what's the other one? The other one.
Julie,
Julie's
Amy,
so nice.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Correct. Oh yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mark. We appreciate
it. The prep that goes in is amazing. Congratulations. I had no idea what it took to make a show. Incredible.
Look, now he's like trying to talk man to man with Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil is just like, dude, shut up. Shut up. Get out of my fucking office. You're a loser. They're such losers. That whole dude, I can just feel it. I can feel it emanating and hitting me, dude. That the Doherty family are just a bunch of fucking losers. Their only motivation is to not look like a bunch of munchkins.
Yeah, we work really hard.
Incredible.
Hey, if you like that video.
All right, there's another one.
There we go, boys. There we go.
One of the things I do is I take my dirt bike throughout the neighborhood, and it does make a lot of noise. I probably
he knows, and his parents enable it, The whole family's the problem. It's honestly a shame. It's kind of sad that the kid was just raised so fucking horribly that he ended up this way. So if you don't know, like, that content evolved. Like, that literally is just Jack Doherty's presence online. He literally just goes around and pisses people off and rage baits. And it's like the worst way to do it. It's why I don't even like talking about him. But I am. Because it's what he wants. He doesn't care. He was not raised properly. He doesn't have a moral compass. His parents failed him. And unfortunately for him almost, it has financially paid off for him. Here's an example of Jack Doherty content. Remember getting to the main story here.
Go.
I want to amp you up. I want to amp you up. I want to edge you. I want to edge you, dude, on this Jack Doherty content. Look, he walks around with bodyguards. And he bumps into people. And then when they get fluffed up, you know, as they rightfully did get fluffed up, like this guy, look at him. This guy actually has like a real job. He works. He'll like smack Jack Doherty in the next week. The security comes and grabs him.
Little bro, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, little bro?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. He knows it though. That's the thing. That kind of ruins it for me. Like I don't even find this entertaining. Though I don't even understand like what does he have like an actual audience, or is it all just people that kind of like hate watch? Because I can tell that he's doing it on purpose. Like, it's not even clever. It's not even funny. Like, you can be a dick on purpose and it's funny. But this is just like, yo, I have this really funny idea. How about I hire security and I slam into people at the mall, and then when they try to fight me for being a prick, I have my security pull them off. It's like not even funny. It's not entertaining. It's stupid. And the people hate on it, and then that grows his popularity, and then I guess somebody likes it because you wouldn't be able to stick around for this long otherwise. Now you'd think a little guy like this, you might be asking yourself, what would happen to a little guy like this if the security wasn't around? Well, Jack's one of these guys that'll get tough, and then if he realizes he's out of his league, he just runs away. And here, this is what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to get to this. This is FouseyTube. He's having a meltdown right now, but last year, this is what happened. He's picking and prodding on FouseyTube, and you're just going to see what happens with Jack Doherty the second FouseyTube finally snaps and decides, okay, you want to be a prick? Well, I'm going to smack the shit out of you. Like it's not a game anymore.
Hey, now we can't box. There's a whole...
Look, immediately, look how quickly Jack shit himself, dude, and just like hustled away. You can hear his sneakers squeaking, bro. Look, he immediately like went to fucking hold. He went to hug his fucking bodyguard immediately. He put his hands out. He literally was like, "Oh God, he's actually mad now. I'm gonna get beat up." And he puts his hands out for his bodyguard. And then he's yelling from behind his bodyguard, "You punch like a bitch." Keep in mind, this right here is the guy talking to Fousey, telling Fousey he punches like a bitch. This is what he looks like. like, dude, like, what are you doing, man? I don't even find this entertaining. Like, I don't know. A lot of people are interested in this. I just think it's fucking stupid. I would see this if it weren't for other people being so infatuated by it. I would have no interest. I'd see this and just pass it, dude. I'd pass it on. It's not funny to me. Fousey's the most entertaining part of this. So here's what happened. Jack Doherty's in his McLaren. I think it's the day before his 21st birthday, something like that. And this is what happened. This is what happened, guys.
No! Oh, fuck. No, watch out. Oh, fuck, open the...
Crash going in a straight line down the highway in a McLaren. A fucking car that is designed to be driven fast. Has everything. Has all the modern amenities you could ever need. The car pretty much fucking drives its fucking self, dude. It's going in a straight line. The kid can't drive, dude. like, listen, I went to tech school. I've tuned cars. I'm a car guy at heart. All right. I like cars. I can appreciate a McLaren, but not when Jack Doherty's driving it. You know, the guy has no appreciation for the vehicle that he's driving. He's not taking it to the track. He doesn't appreciate that he can take a turn doing 75 miles an hour and the car keeps itself going straight. He just wants to look cool. Okay. Cause he represents the Lollipop Guild. And that's what infuriates me about this. Just a really expensive car by itself does not fucking impress me. If anything, it aggravates me. because the car community sucks. It became like pay to play, pay to win. It's not fun anymore. In his McLaren rear wheel drive, I don't care. I'll go in my dude. I've done 130 miles an hour in my fucking Mustang, okay, down the fucking highway in the rain, all right? I ain't crashing no goddamn McLaren. How fast was he going, do you think? Dude, he's not even passing the cars in front of him. He's not even going that fast. He's not even doing like 100 miles an hour. All right, he's passing that guy, but he's not like flying. Look at the cars to the right. Like, he's in the passing lane passing him, but he's not doing no buck 50. No! 52. 70. 70 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm going to take that angle. This dude can't drive. What a loser. Panic. It looks like he's going... Dude. I think... That's what I'm saying, man. I was thinking about doing a video where I literally take my Mustang to the local track and I'll be like, all right, Jack Doherty, let me show you how to drive. And I can just bust gears, rip around the fucking track. But it wouldn't get any views. Nobody would care.
Fuck, open the door.
I could beat that kid in a race with my goddamn Ford Ranger, dude.
Open the door. Open your door. We're locked in here. Holy shit. Where's your phone? Oh, I just broke that shit.
Should I get a guy on the line that's driven a McLaren? I'm almost positive I know somebody that works on McLarens.
Me too. Help.
Oh, we're watching the full video, Panic. That's so sad, bro. I love McLarens. Like, if I had all the money in the world, I'd buy a McLaren. I don't know why. That or a Koenigsegg. I appreciate the story behind Koenigsegg. You know, I think McLarens are really, really just cool looking cars. I don't know. I like them when I see them. If you took your Mustang to a track, I would like to. It's like I have a weird vehicle situation. I could. I'd be scared to break it because if I break it, I have to fix it. And you know what's that called? It's called respecting the things that you own because you have to work to keep them and have them. This right here on the screen, what you're seeing right now, this is what happens when you don't respect what you own, when everything was handed to you your entire life. When you have so much money that it doesn't even matter that you don't know how to spend it, okay? Like, I don't text when I'm driving my Mustang, not because I don't think I could, but because I respect the vehicle that I'm driving. I worked hard for this vehicle that I'm driving. I maintain this vehicle that I'm driving. If I break this, I have to fix it. This guy, nothing. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Jaguar is my favorite one. The one that rear engine, very few made. Think it. I know a guy who just sold a Jag. I've driven some really cool cars. I've driven some super cool cars. I went to a racing class once. Like I've owned some cool cars. I've not raced. I'd be lying if I said I raced some cool cars. I raced a BMW once. That was pretty cool. M5. I did race that on a track. But yeah, anyway. Cars are cool. I like cars, but this is what the scene turned into, right? Cars are a status symbol. Right? So these fucking rich people just throw a bunch of money at a car and I don't go to car shows anymore. They're fucking stupid. A car show is not for some fucking kid to roll up in his dad's McLaren. A car show is for like a dude to roll up with like a one-of-one car that he really built. He didn't just like throw tons of fucking money at it. Or if he did throw tons of money at it, it's got to be pretty goddamn cool for me to appreciate personally.
What are you doing, bro? Might as well act.
And why does he have his shirt off? Like, yeah, the dude has confidence, right? Dude has confidence. We can't take that away from him. We can't take that away from him. This is so stupid, dude. Like, he's such. I don't even know what else is there to say to do a whole freaking stream, to do a whole video about Jack Doherty. He is a failure. He's a failure. He's a financially profitable failure. His parents failed him. Okay? The type of person that would be described as white trash, made a ton of money, and raised this child. Okay? This is like trailer park shit with tons of money being thrown around.
My money's gone. The exhaust, the whole body kit. My insurance won't cover.
Like if that, like I said earlier, if that was a Ford Ranger smashed on the side of the road and there was a kid walking around with his shirt off complaining about his truck being totaled, this video would be a completely different vibe. But no, this person has money. I can't wait till we get to the day where a guy can rob a bank, right? And people online will go, well, you have to understand, you're just mad you didn't think of it first. The gun only cost him $150. He made off with $2,000 from the bank. It's a pretty smart move. Like I don't get how money can just immediately just justify like any action. Like I don't get it. Like, yeah, you have a lot of money. You're also a loser. You can be both. Like,
For that, right?
oh, that was the whole thing. Does anybody have a better clip? That was the drama alert post. I know there's more. I know. So anyway, I guess we'll just move on. Smashed it, texting on his phone, driving a McLaren in the rain, only doing 70 miles an hour. So unfortunately, the guy can't drive. He should have probably learned how to drive before he bought a McLaren, but that's just me. Oh, we got a notification on the MeJoeShmoe Twitter. Let's check it out live. Jar Juice, liked all my posts. You're the best. But I guess we'll just continue on from there. Basically, the dude got hurt. Jack Doherty posted a video to his YouTube channel. I crashed my McLaren. I skipped around on it. I think this family's disgusting. I don't want to watch the whole thing because it's 7 minutes of nothing, 10 minutes of nothing. But there are some things I wanted to point out if we can just skip around for a second. There's these moments where his mother acts like so concerned, like they try to be emotional for like a minute, as if Jack's the victim of something, like something bad happened and he's like the victim. No, he's a fucking idiot. If I smashed my car like that, and I still live with my parents, because again, I don't get the whole vibe with him. He's living with his parents. He's 20 years old. Okay, that'd be great if the parents were raising him. They're clearly not. But my dad would beat my ass. My dad would beat my ass. Like, I used to drive dumb when I had my Camaro in high school, and I was living with my grandfather. My grandfather had a talk with me. He's like, dude, you're not driving like that anymore. Right? It's not like he's hurt. My point being is it's very performative. You're going to see some performances here. You're going to see some Oscar award-winning performances from the Doherty family that try to pull on your heartstrings. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting. Like, you guys, those of you who actually watch me, I can have fun with a lot of things. I can even kind of have fun with this. I'm kind of lying if I say that I see no entertainment in watching this at all. But this is just like, this is what he wants. He's putting on a show. He's a fucking clown. I don't even find it entertaining to the point where I want to talk about it. Like, I don't even want to go in depth on it because there's nothing to say, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I do want to say this.
I think this is going to be happening today.
They put this whole like victim angle on it. They put this whole like a tragedy occurred to which he had no control over angle on it. Like, here, I'll let it speak for itself. That used to be me right there. That used to be me right there. I used to do this.
A couple days before my 21st birthday. I don't know how to.
Such a fucking performance. The dude's not even hurt. The mom's crying. Well, maybe if you cared about your fucking kid, you wouldn't have raised him to be such a fucking idiot. How about that? You love your kid so much, you let him run around with his shirt off in the middle of the road, smashing his fucking McLaren. Yeah, all right.
I did not think this was going to be happening today. Yeah. Bro, there's literally gas pouring out of your car. I didn't fill up my tank today. I was just about it. So downhill.
Dude, look at the drivers. They're just like, dude, that's so funny, dude. This 20-year-old kid smashing his McLaren, and then these hardworking men who got to work for their money, bloody knuckles, right? They're like towing this fucking idiot's car away. Like, that's why I hate him. I like really like Dr. Phil said, oh, you got hustle. You got hustle. You can hustle. I mean, how much hustle really is there here? Right? Like he posts the videos, right? What are the videos? What's going into the videos? I criticize a lot of content, like Mr. Beast content. I don't think is like the greatest content in the world. I don't really like it personally. It's not really for me, but at least a lot of effort goes into that, right? What effort goes into Jack Doherty hiring a fucking bunch of security guards to follow him around a mall so he can harass people, right? Like it's not like that's not interesting to me. It's just like I don't get why people latch onto this so much. It's the only reason it's interesting is because so many people can't stop watching.
Thank you, guys.
You hit your head hard, bro. I just remember, like, after it just...
Yeah, there's him filming his... Like, that's the thing, like, the angle here is like, fuck, man, oh, dude, I smashed my car. This is really traumatic, man. This is crazy, dude. Like, you turn the camera off, Jack. Like, he's, like, recording the whole time, dude. Your friend's getting stitched up because you're an idiot. You did this to him. You put him in the hospital. You're the reason he's getting stitches on his forehead right now. Let's record him. Let's record him. He doesn't care. He doesn't care, dude. And we know he doesn't care. Like, I'm falling for it right now.
Panicking. Both the windows breaking.
I know the smoke was fucking...
Dude, that guy...
Did you see me kick out the window?
Who?
Did you see me kick out the
window?
window?
That was you?
Yeah.
Dude, and then someone, I think, ripped the other window out. I was, like, trying to figure out how to do it. You were, like, banging your elbow on it.
I know, I punched it.
I had to do that once. I got into a really bad car crash. I got T-boned through an intersection. I got taken through 4 lanes of traffic on the highway into a ditch. And I went to open my door, and it didn't open. And I remember kicking the fucking door open and then getting out of the car. Oh, God, that was a terrible time. You know how I should have known that was going to go bad? I just bought The Crew for the Xbox 360. Game was cursed from the start, dude. But yeah, accidents are traumatic. Like, I don't even remember my accident all the time. I don't think about it. It hurts my brain.
So scary. It smoked up so fast. Like, how did that happen?
Dude, I don't know.
That was all the powder from the airbags, probably.
Bro, if you think if I had a full tank of gas, like, we would have been exploded.
I don't even know.
Because my tank was empty. Like, it literally was at, like, 20 miles left. And then also, on top of that, we crashed, like, 42 miles per hour.
I know, it wasn't even...
No, you didn't. You slid out... Is he lying because he knows he's on camera now and he's like trying to already put his story together? He was doing 70. You can see in the video he was doing 70. And then by the time he made the collision, he crashed. He had decelerated to 50. I don't know. Small point. But why would you say we crashed at 42? It's like he's already putting his story together. You know what I mean? It's like he's already putting his story together. It's like, dude, we were only going like 42 miles an hour. I wonder if he sleazes out of this. It doesn't really face any repercussions.
We weren't even going fast.
At all. Like,
weren't even going fast. They are, dude. They are. They're already trying to push the narrative where it's like we weren't even going fast. Because I would assume there's gonna be legal ramifications to this, right? You can see it in the video. What a fucking moron. Let's go back. What a freaking moron. This little guy right here, dude. He's funny, man. Where was it? Crap. Oh God, I lost the crash video. Hold on, we're gonna get it back. You can literally see it in the video. This guy's such a freaking ook. Like, that's the thing. Like, he literally was just raised wrong. He was born wrong. Look, 71 miles an hour texting in a McLaren in the rain on the highway, which is not very fast, by the way. You really shouldn't be crashing at that speed, Jack. I think your dad needs to teach you how to drive, buddy. But anyway, 72, accelerating at 70. And then, 43 at the time of hitting the fucking guardrail. You fucking goober. 54, he's decelerating into the guardrail, was doing 40. So technically, yes, he physically crashed at about 40. He's not lying. He's not lying. He can't drive. I guarantee you the McLaren's traction control kicked on because he hydroplaned a little bit, and Jack Doherty panicked, doesn't know how to drive, and went right into a guardrail. That is what happened. The child cannot drive. The 20-year-old child cannot drive. I would wreck this guy through around a track in my pickup truck, bro.
Oh no!
Anyway. Where were we? Oh, we're skipping around his video.
Alright, guys, my McLaren is totaled.
And then his mom. This is what I was saying about the mom. Earlier I said the mom don't even speak English, which was kind of rude. I shouldn't have said that. But you're going to see. So Jack's 20, okay? I don't know if this is his stepmom or whatever the deal is, but I'm assuming this is his mom, right? And this is obviously all for the camera because his family's a bunch of freaks, right? But, I don't know. Here.
Right now, and I'm gonna tell you, you need to stop.
I know, I don't want to, obviously, I don't want more cars.
What I
Look at him like pretending to like cry. Like it's just all an act. It's all an act. You know your kid's going out there and driving the McLaren doing crazy shit. You know you can see his videos. He lives with you still. Why now on camera you act like you give a fuck? You were a terrible mother. You were a failure of a mother. No amount of money will convince me that you are not a complete fuck up and your kids are complete fuck ups. You're a loser. Okay?
God is literally punishing you.
God is literally punishing you for being a failure. It is sickening. This is Honey Boo Boo. This is Honey Boo Boo. If Honey Boo Boo's family were millionaires, this is trash. Like, but the trash makes it okay, right? Right? Like when people have money, it justifies shit. It's funny.
I know, McKinley. I'm gonna get
50 Shades of Grey in a trailer park horror movie. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, dude.
give you a hug to 1 second. Listen, me and
look, now they're laughing. They can't even hold it. They can't even pretend for long. They can't even edit the video to not cut out the laughing dude. Look at this. Dude. Dude. Let's go, dude. Watch this shit. And this is what he wants. No, like I'm giving him what he wants. I'm paying the Doherty tax, bro.
what I know, McKinley. I'm gonna give you a hug to 1 second.
Look, with her AirPods in, this whole family is so worried about making sure you know they have money. She's on camera with her AirPods. She cares about her kids so much that she lets him run around like an idiot, getting smacked around, bodyguards harassing people in public, ripping around in McLarens, and can't even be fucked to take her iPods out. The pods in your freaking ears out when the kid's rolling home after a car accident. Why is this the first time she's seeing the kid? Wasn't the kid in the hospital? And for the love of God, can somebody give him a t-shirt? Oh my God, dude. Failure, and enough money to get away with it. Failures, dude. Losers. What do they need? What do they need? What do they need? What do they need? These people need a fucking job, dude. Build character. Man has no character. Here, they're going to start laughing. Look at this extremely heartfelt moment. They'll start laughing.
More cars.
No more cars. No more cars.
No, McKinley, I'm gonna give you a hug to 1 second. Listen, me and what I told you yesterday. I called you.
Look, she started laughing and then ducked down into Doherty's arms to hide that she's fucking laughing. She's trying to look like she's upset now, dude. Disgusting. Disgusting, dude.
How you was driving. Me and Michael, we were saying last night, yes, the way how he drive, he's gonna have an accident. That's why I called McKinley, but she didn't pick it up the phone last night because I don't want to distract you. You can't. And this car, that shit, I mean, would you have it? That's not for that kind of weather. You are like...
Dude, such a performance. This is so fake. Anybody who watches this and is like, you tell him, Mama Doherty, you're a fucking idiot. You're a moron. That's the thing, though. Who watches him? I don't get these... I get XQC. XQC has grown on me. All right, I was too hard on XQC when I was making videos about him. But there are these guys that I just don't understand how they even have an audience to a meaningful capacity, right? Heartbreaking news, Jack. Yeah, all these comments. The fact that you're still alive is a fucking tragedy. Yo, dude. Imagining this much attention, praying for the road. Wait, praying that the road gets better. What? Who's this? He's what? Oh, praying that the road gets better. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how these people are able to like maintain themselves off just pure hate. I don't get it. I can't believe it. That's the thing, right? I guess if you have 395,000 haters, it's really likely that you got at least 1,000 really strong fans that'll just give you money to act a fool and be an idiot because they think it's funny. It's called touching the poo. See, I don't know. I don't really care to watch this, to be honest with you. That might be a little bit lazy of me. But I just don't give a fuck to watch the whole thing. What else do we have? No, that's it. Unless someone else has something else for me for the Jack Doherty thing. I just think, yeah, he's a failure. He's a failure. And I said it in a way that, like, yeah, fuck it, dude. Like, when you think of a white trash person, when you think of trailer trash, and those people get shit for how they behave, these are the same people. I don't know how they made their money. I don't know where the money really came from. I don't get that part of it. But, yeah, you know, they made it. One way or another, they made it. And, yeah. Disgusting. I say that I've said this before. I'll say it one more time before we change into the next thing. I like it's a slow degrade, right? It's a slow degrade. This financial thing where like monetizing something justifies any criticism that you could get for it. Like, oh, he's just getting his bag, you know. And the example I like to use is the day that a guy robs a bank, and there's people defending him online saying that you're just jealous because you didn't think to rob a bank first. Like, there's nothing morally wrong about like anything that's morally wrong about robbing a bank is forgiven because, well, that was a really smart move. The gun was only $150. You made off with $2,000. You're just jealous you didn't think of it first, you know? Watch the McDonald's guy. Who is the McDonald's guy? I don't know who the McDonald's guy is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, dude. What's going on Twitter? Let me check Twitter again. Wait, there's a guy that ran his car into a McDonald's. Is he alive? Is he okay? Where is it, dude? Send a link. Send a link, dude. Send a link, bruh. I will watch it. Send the link. Where's my Discord? Who's in the Discord? No one's in the Discord. We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. What should I be for Halloween? What should I be for Halloween? I don't think I could pull, I think I'm getting, you know what's really sad this year? I wanted to be this guy for Halloween, right? I wanted to be this guy for Halloween. Where is it? I wanted to be David. I've been thinking about this for a while, actually. I wanted to be David from Cyberpunk. Show ya. I wanted to be David from Cyberpunk. And I think I could pull off the look fairly well. But I'm a bit too old. Right? I'm a bit too old. I'm a bit too old to pull off David, I think. Like, I could shave my beard. That's how I typically get my hair cut. Maybe not this much poof up top. But I had that realization. I'm like, I'm too old to play that guy. I'm too old to cosplay as him. Maybe not when he got jacked. I mean, by the end of it, it's a whole different dude. But I'm not that jacked, unfortunately. Maybe. I'll think about it. I've been lifting weights again. Dude, you keep talking about this video. Send a link in the chat. Send the freaking link in the chat, bro. You copy and paste it. What do you mean? I'll look it up. McDonald's guy drive into restaurant. Wild car crash at McDonald's 1 month ago. Does that sound right?
Dramatic crash at a McDonald's in Springfield. Miraculously, the driver was able to get out of the car without help and is recovering from their injuries. You can see major damage to that window by the drive-thru.
How do you get the car like that, dude?
Entrance. No word yet on what caused this crash. Dramatic crash at a McDonald's in Springfield. Miraculously, the driver was able to get out of the car without help and is recovering from their injuries.
Find his channel. You don't understand what drive-through meant. Dude, you gotta tell me something to look up. I have no clue. There's a lot of McDonald's related crimes. McDonald's. Guy drives into McDonald's.
Fuck your daddy, fuck your mommy too. Fuck everything you love, most of all, fuck you. Cry, 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 yeah, I don't give a shit.
I can't find it, man.
I'm your mommy now.
Guy drives into McDonald's live. Nope, lost media, can't find it, giving up. Nope, can't find it. Lost media, giving up. Fuck your daddy, fuck your mommy too. Fuck everything you love, most of all, you. Oh, I was thinking about being a cowboy for Halloween. That'd be pretty cool, right? Is there any cool... I'm not even looking up cosplays. Oh, there's a new Twitch rule. You guys see that? Let me look that up quick. We can talk about that. Thanks, Dave. You reminded me of the new Twitch rule. Where is it? There's a new Twitch rule. And people are mad. I wish I could show you some of the shots. Go on Twitter. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, people are mad. So before we even get started, I can't show you the pictures that accompany it, but this person is saying all the hashtag VTubers should cooperate and start to boycott new Twitch TOS for being shitty, to be honest. And the donors too. Don't give Twitch any money so they rethink about their bias. There are other methods streamers can get money. Remember that. Oh, and just a reminder, this happens. So this person is posting, when they say this happens, this person is posting a screenshot with a bunch of girls dressed in bikinis and shit. You know how that is. They call them, they are commonly referred to as Twitch thoughts. All right. And it is getting kind of crazy. It does border on like some softcore cornucopistry, in my opinion. It's a good example of why you do need TOS, because, you know, if finances just dictate everything, it becomes, you know, everything turns into corn, right? But basically, the new Twitch rule, hold on, I'll find the new Twitch rule. This is what everyone's so mad about. And I'm in full agreement of this, by the way. I love this new rule. Come on. Oh, I found it earlier and I didn't screenshot it. Or did I post it? I should have posted it. Sometimes I post it on my Twitter when I think I might want to talk about them on stream. Oh, did you see this? This is funny side cert. KSI freaking KSI is just literally rolling out box trucks, blasting his music with his music video, dude. That is funny. That is gold, dude. That is some funny shit. All right, pause that. Let me look up Twitch again. Twitch. People are crying. People are crying. Wait, Nicholas the Oreo tweeted it. Hold on, I'll find it. I'm gonna find it right now. Nicholas the Oreo. Nicholas the Oreo. He is the main motherfucking Oreo. Do you understand? Here it is. He tweeted this. They're mad about it on the r/YouTube subreddit. Okay, enforcement notes and clarifications, content warning. Depicting fictional anime characters of a childlike appearance. Lollies. Any kind of sexual framing is not allowed. This applies to VTubers and within games where avatars are uploaded. I don't like that. I don't like when they like, I don't know, man. I don't like when they disallow the gaming, but I get it, right? Because there's games that are just straight corn. But like, I don't even feel like, well, I don't even want to play Grand Theft Auto on a stream because there's scenes in it that are like, you know, there's nudity and stuff. But I don't know. There's got to be a line in the sand somewhere. We could talk about where the line should be. This applies to VTubers and within games where avatars are uploaded, such as VR chat. Okay. Oh, so they're going after VR chat. There is some crazy shit on VR chat. Over COVID, me and my friends would play VR chat. And what we would do is we would just go into like basically gentlemen's clubs for furries. It was funny, dude. I did it for the memes. I did it because it was funny. I swear. Any humor regarding anything sexual in relation to minors. So basically the rules are entirely. The rules are 100% and entirely driven. These new rules are entirely driven to get rid of child porn. Anything adjacent to child porn. And that is not a strong word. I hate how there's a distinction. It's like, well, lollies are no, I don't care if it's drawn, okay? Sexual depictions of children are wrong. And being attracted to the sexual depiction of a child is wrong. Whether or not it was drawn or real, I don't care. And that's what these rules are for. So it's really funny with that context to go into it and know that people are fucking mad. They're pissed about it. YouTube drama subreddit is mad. I can't show you my screen because we're looking up Twitch, and the site does have a moderation issue when it comes to not safe for work content. You look it up for yourself if you like. There's lots of examples I'm seeing from literally just looking up Twitch. I'm just seeing like straight freaking like ass. Just seeing ass. This girl's shaking her ass in the camera. Twitch, look, this girl's like, this is just a swimsuit. So keep in mind that the rules that were put here are to stop things that are adjacent to child porn on Twitch. That's what this is for. It's to stop that, okay? Anyone who thinks otherwise and will tell you otherwise is wrong, and they need to have their hard drive checked. Look at this insane tweet right here that I can show. Twitch fears this, and yeah, my pants are see-through. I wonder if that counts. Maybe don't make your avatar that you're dressing in a freaking in underwear look like a kid. Okay, how hard would it be just to make the avatar look more like an adult? Right? How hard would it be to put some pants on your avatar? Like, really? Like, because that's what gets clicks, right? And it is wrong, right? Because like, it is like kids, right? It is. What adult? I struggle. I know they exist, but I believe they have to be the minority. Just based on what like generations are interested in, right? It's kids that go on Twitch and they see these avatars, and they're like not ready to go on like, and they shouldn't be going on like corn sites yet, right? Corn on the cob. And then they just watch a VTuber shake their virtual booba around, which like ironically can be funny, but and you know what? If these VTubers would just be a little bit more real about what they're doing, it'd be forgivable. Like if this VTuber was like, yeah, I get it, whatever, it was fun while it lasted. It's forgivable. It's that pretending like you don't see what's going on here. Pretending like you don't understand why this rule is being made. Hold on, I'm trying to look up this VTuber in particular we're like talking about. God, okay. God dang it, dude. VTubers drive me nuts. No, I don't want to sign up for your book club. You're not even real. You're not even real, dude. I'm gonna look her up on YouTube. I'm not even gonna give Twitch. Maybe she's talking live. Actually, let's go on Twitch. Kids should be on the internet. Everyone gives their kid a phone. 100%. Kids should not be on the internet. You know what you get? You get Jack Doherty. If you can't be a parent, Jack Doherty happens. She's not live.
I'm sorry.
See, this is fine.
I mean, 4 years ago, I started getting.
I don't see the appeal of this. I don't understand this. People are into it. And this is fine.
They would have such an
Okay.
impact.
But like, let's just, and this is on Twitch. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. I mean, honestly, like this is like getting there. But this isn't even that bad.
Sorry.
This is fine.
Honestly, what are you doing here?
That's fine in my opinion. But the example that they were using on Twitter for their avatar, like this, is like, I don't know. If Twitch allowed it, I wouldn't care. But if they're making the stance where they don't want this on their platform, and honestly, I don't even think, I would say based on what I read, Seiyu here shouldn't even be saying anything because there are avatars, there are V2 avatars that look like straight toddlers. That should be the target. You know? What were we even talking about? What were we getting into? Everyone left after I got done with Jack Doherty. That's funny.
Fuck your daddy, fuck your mommy too. Fuck everything you love.
Oh no, everyone left because Augie went live. All three of the people. He's not even live yet. Let's go. Augie will be live then. That's cool. That's pretty cool. What else is going on in the World Wide Web? Oh, the stream's getting dead. There's just not that much I'm interested in right now, guys, to be honest with you. There's just not that much I'm interested in. Oh. Rosanna Pansino's pissing me off with the freaking Mr. Beast stuff. All right, let me clear up my tabs a little bit. All right, what's next? What else is going on in the world today? Asmongold put out a video where he talks about why he's a freaking goblin. You guys want to see that? You guys want to talk about that? Is it on Asmongold TV? He posts so much, dude. He doesn't even have to worry about the algorithm pushing the video to his subscribers, because he posts like YouTube will only show your subscribers a video you upload or notification twice a day. He just uploads like every freaking hour, dude. He uploads so much. I'm looking for it. Where is it? Asmongold on why he. Where is it? Here it is. Asmongold reveals why he lives in disgusting garbage. I also want to restream Nick. Where did Nick? Where is this video, dude? Where is this video?
Dogs are important.
Am I like this?
Talk about the free t-shirt you're going to give me. You're not getting a free t-shirt.
There's a lot of answers for this. I really don't want to make this like a super long video. So hopefully.
So it's only going to be 35 minutes long. Actually, we're going to try to get through this a little faster. Let's see 125 and see if that works.
Hopefully I can distill it down to some main points and not.
Why I live a simple life? 4 years? That's 4 years ago. Dude, where is the video? Oh, I've been living like an animal for 13 years, so here's why. Here it is. So if you guys don't know, Asmongold is a really, really popular Twitch streamer. He's really down to earth. So far down to earth, in fact, that he lives in squalor. Some stories that have been confirmed by Asmon to be true are he had a alarm clock that really was just a dead rat that would wake him up in the morning when the sun hit it because it would smell so bad. All of his teeth rotted out. And instead of doing anything about it, he would spit blood into his hand, wipe the blood off his teeth with his hand, and smear it on the wall next to his streaming setup. He once made a cooking video, okay? The cooking video consisted of him making potatoes and like steak, I think, if I remember correctly. And to heat these things quicker, he shoved a bunch of forks and knives into the potatoes and the steak and microwaved it. Okay? Keep in mind now, Asmongold is a millionaire. He's like a multi-millionaire that lives in squalor. There's a hole in the roof of his house. He could just pay a maid to come and clean this shit up. And he did a video where he talks, yeah, what a cheap skate is right, but like, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just perplexing to me. I'm not criticizing Asmongold. Well, maybe, you should clean yourself up a little bit more, but I'm not mad at him. I'm not trying to come for Asmongold. It's simply perplexing to me that someone like he's like the opposite of Jack Doherty. He's like the perpetual like polar opposite of Jack Doherty, right? He's like has all the money in the world, could do anything he ever would want to do. It can buy anything he wants to buy, and chooses to live in squalor. And like if you went to his house, you'd assume the guy bringing Asmongold as Uber Eats must think he's like impoverished. But he's a fucking millionaire. Millionaire. So with that context in mind, here's Asmongold explaining to us why he lives in absolute squalor.
Hey guys, it's me, and today I want to answer a question that a lot of people have been asking me my whole life, and more importantly, they've been asking me a lot recently, especially online. And that question comes in many forms, but it all is distilled down to the same thing, which is, in one form or another, why are you like this? Whether it's the dead rat or...
Like, look at the room, dude. Like, he's a millionaire. He can buy and afford anything he wants to buy. I feel like I'm not, like, being wrong if I criticize it. It looks very low income. Like, there's, like... Look up here in the roof. It's a popcorn fucking ceiling. There's something going on with the roof over here. It's like in the attic of a house. Look how wide the whole house is. Like, and yeah, living simple is nice, right? Like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just perplexing, right? Because even the most down-to-earth guy, if he had all the money in the world, probably wouldn't live like this. Halo Reach. And it's just messy. It's clutter. The clutter is not what gets to me. I'm a cluttery guy. I'm a messy guy. I draw the line at sanitary. Once it's not sanitary, it's no good. There was an animal in the roof. There was an animal in the roof.
Alarm clock, the barbecue, puke shower curtain, dead animals in the house, or any...
Hold on, let me change the stream name. Jack Doherty crashes out. How do you spell Asmongold? Asmongold. I put an Asmongold explains why he lives like an animal. No, wait. Should I put Asmongold explains why he lives like my uncle or something? Would that be funnier? No, I'll leave it like that. All right, continue.
Any other one of the stories that are just an indicator of me living like a complete fucking animal, people always wonder, why would a person live like this? Why would a person be like this? Why am I like this? And I think that honestly, there's a lot of answers for this. I really, really, really don't want to make this like a super long video. So hopefully I can distill it down to some main points and not really go off on too many tangents, although I think that I probably will, because there's a lot of like history with it and everything like that. And so basically the first thing you need to know about me is that I actually, if you can believe this, I know this might sound shocking, is that I actually have not always been like this. This is a relatively new thing for me. And I think that it really kind of started a lot when I would say...
I have to say this has been bothering me. I need to share it with you. I worked with a guy that reminded me of Asmongold once. He would always remind me of Asmongold. And I barely even knew who Asmongold was. I was just vaguely familiar with him from my online exploits, right? Dude smelled like fucking shit, dude. Everybody will complain that he smelled like shit, dude. Like I don't want to go into specifics of the workings of my job, my old job, but one of my old jobs. But yeah, dude, the dude smelled terrible, and I felt bad for him because I don't think he realized it. But like, yeah.
In high school, and then later on, it kind of entered phase 2. And that was probably somewhere around 21 or 23, somewhere around there in those age groups. And that's whenever, the degeneracy really kind of went, it ratcheted up to the next level. I leveled up, new expansion release, DLC, etc., right? And so this happened then, because as a kid, I was actually very much like a very conscientious kid in the way that I basically didn't really want to be perceived in a negative way. I wanted to be seen as a good person, etc. And I've always had a big problem with being able to relate to other people because I think that I'm just a little bit off, right? I wouldn't say that I don't have a moral compass, but I would say that my moral compass doesn't point north. And this has been a problem in a lot of cases in my life, whether it's with relationships or friendships or anything in between. I've had a lot of problems because of that. And in the process of this, I've learned a lot of things about myself. And the main thing is that my take and my view on moral issues is not really what I would say a normal person thinks. And this has caused me a lot.
That's so weird. That's such a weird thing to say. And it's the way he's saying it, right? He's not trying to be cool, right? Andrew Tate would say that, and he's trying to be cool, right? Other people he's not a douchebag. He's not a douchebag. I believe him. I believe what he's saying, and I believe he's being genuine, and he's not putting a performance, right? He's not trying to be like, yeah, dude, he's not like that guy that has anger issues, right? Yeah, dude, I get angry. I can't control myself. Like, he's not trying to be cool, all right? He's not trying to be the Incredible Hulk. He just like genuinely like just talking about it. It's interesting. I've been going. He's like, it's a likable guy saying very unlikable things. It's been going on so long that the neighborhood around him has built up, and they be hounding him about the condition of his house. Yeah, and he could buy the whole neighborhood. That's what's so interesting. Like he could just buy the whole. He could be like, yeah, you know what? All right, you have a problem. If you want, I'll just buy your fucking house. Cash. Insane, dude.
A lot of problems, and especially like as a young kid, being able to like interact and fit in with people. It's a weird dichotomy because the truth is I actually always did have a lot of friends, and I never had problems making friends, but at the same time I always felt like I was very different from a lot of other people because of the way that I felt. I used to have, for a comparison, just a point of reference, I guess you could say, I used to have my mom read me.
Have a cigar. All these people hating on him. I mean, it's just interesting, right? Are people really hating on him? Because like, I feel the need to say things like so far, like, I'll be like, Asmongold lives like an animal. I don't think that that's hating on him. He said that in the beginning. I said that, and then I made my title that, and then he said it in the video, and I'm like, yeah, you do live like it's weird, right? Like, even the part here where he's like, I have a moral compass, but it's skewed. Like, doesn't point north. If someone else would say that, they would sound like a douchebag because they're like trying to sound cool. Like I'm an anti-villain. I'm Deadpool, right? When he says it, I believe him. And I don't think that he's trying to put on an act. I don't think he's playing a character. I think he's just trying to explain what's going on in his brain, right? It's interesting, right?
All of the different like sins in the Bible and everything.
A few channels are. Oh yeah, there's always gonna be some guy, right, that has to say some shit. Like, I know Casey Tron hates Asmongold almost as much as she hates herself.
As I understood, even as a little kid, I'm like, there's something wrong with you. Like you better learn this so that way there aren't any problems in the future. And so I would have her read all of these to me. That way I would understand how to behave, right? Because it just never came naturally to me. Things that come naturally to other people were not natural and are not natural. It's not like things have changed. If anything, they've probably gotten worse. As I've gotten older. And
he's very articulate. And something that I believe I've noticed, and you could check me on this, about people that are well-spoken, is they tend not to be very emotional, right? And I think that's because you're able to rationalize things very quickly. Like I think a lot of people just get upset, and when they get sad, they dwell in the sadness. They don't think about it. They don't think it through, right? I think a rational person can like have their dog die and then be sad about the dog dying and then rationalize that, I'm young, I'm going to live a long time, the dog's gone, I'm going to eventually get over this, I might as well start now, right? I think that's kind of maybe what he's experiencing. I think he's a very intelligent person. He's very well-spoken. That's why he has a career. And, I just, in my personal life, something I believe I've picked up on is like well-spoken people just don't appear to be very emotional, right? Emotions were viewed as demons in many dogmas. Well, the thing about emotions is the part of your brain that processes thought, the rational side of your brain, that like can use language, and the emotional part of your brain, like your gut, your like the way you feel about things, they don't communicate with each other well. And the part of your brain that's like emotional, processes emotions, it can't even like, it doesn't do language at all, right? And I think that I think it's what it is. Like I think the stronger those like those parts of the brain don't communicate well with each other, but some people's parts of their brain can communicate better than others, right? Like in general, it's a poor communication, but some people, it's better than others. I think that has to do with being articulate and being able to very like quickly, like he does on live streams, like come up and speak and say what you need to say in like a quick way, being a good speaker. And I just notice people like that in my life. Like they're not the emotional types, they can address something as sad. They can extend empathy as much as they reasonably need to be. But like they don't dwell very long on things. They move on very quickly.
And so I've always had a big problem being able to understand like where, how you should act, how you should treat people, what you should do, how you should say things, etc. So almost everything that I do is a learned performance rather than an innate social, instinct, if that makes sense. And hopefully the performance is good. I consider myself kind of a good actor, at least, right? But of course, there are going to be cracks and outtakes as well. And so those are usually in the form of the Twitter clips with 100,000 likes. And so anyway, as a kid, I was always treated this way. And
see, that was a little bit of self-fellatio right there. Like he's almost like taking a weakness and then in his brain being like, yeah, but it's what makes me popular, right? That was kind of funny. That was kind of like weird. I don't know how to feel about that.
Things, etc. So almost everything that I do is a learned performance rather than an innate.
Like he's even saying like I consider myself a good actor. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say.
Social, instinct, if that makes sense. And hopefully the performance is good. I consider myself kind of a good actor, at least, right? But of course, there are going to be cracks and outtakes as well. And so those are usually in the form of the Twitter clips with 100,000 likes.
Yeah, dude. I act very well. I consider myself a good actor, but sometimes there's outtakes. Sometimes I slip up, and those are the Twitter clips with 100,000 likes. It's a weird way to say it. I like him, right? I like Asmongold, so I don't want to shit on him. I'm not trying to make that into a negative thing. It's just weird that it seems like he does, like he's acting like I don't know. He's like I'm getting this vibe of like I don't care about these things, but also it like strokes his ego to think that like I put on a good show. I'm a good actor. When I do slip up, it's a pretty good show too. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I gotta digest that a little bit more. It's something I feel like I need to point out.
And so anyway, as a kid, I was always treated this way, and people thought that I was a little bit off, a little bit weird. Like one time, like for example, there was a kid that I was like playing with baseball with him, and he was annoying me, making me mad. And so I hit the ball, and I hit it with the explicit intention of hitting him in the face with the ball, and I did. And so I remember there's blood.
What the fuck, dude? I mean, if the kid was annoying you and being a bully or whatever, I don't know if he specifically said the kid was being a bully, but like the kid was like annoying you. I don't know. Kids do crazy shit. But that's fucking a little bit wild to say that, right? It's a little wild just to say that and laugh about it. Like, I wanted to hit him in the face, and I did. Like, what are you trying to say here? That you're a fucking psychopath? Like, why bring that up? Like the title of the video is "I've been living like an animal for 13 years." People are curious as to why you're a multi-millionaire. It's very interesting that you're like this very, very wealthy, successful financially person, and you choose to live like a squatter. Why are you feeling the need to tell us that you broke a kid's nose on purpose when you were a kid and you were like laughing about it?
Blood all over the kid's face. He like broke his tooth and everything, and everybody was standing around like what the fuck? Like what? This is like terrible. And I remember walking up. This was like the best day of my fucking life. This happened.
Yeah, if the kid was a fucking prick and you broke his nose, that would be the best day of your life. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Is that crazy? And I know he just said the kid was annoying him. He didn't say the kid was like bullying him or something, but like suppose like he's saying that the kid annoyed him and the kid was bullying him and he broke his goddamn nose. Is that crazy? Is that insane? Is that a psychopathic way to think? To be happy that you broke some kid that was fucking with you's nose? It's a little off, maybe.
And I was so happy, and I could see that other people were made very uncomfortable around this. And that's whenever I started.
I don't think it's insane though. I don't think it's crazy. I don't know.
Trying to like really kind of mask my emotions and how I felt about things, because it was very evident to me that I was not really normal. And this has been, again, a huge problem my whole life, but that was pretty much the first, at least the time that I can remember in my mind, the first time that I can remember that and see that, wow, this didn't go over the way that I thought it would go over, because I was so happy and nobody else is happy and they think I'm like a bad...
I do have to say this, for that not to be an insane response to hurting someone and breaking their nose, like for that not to be an insane response, that guy really got to fucking piss you off, right? That guy's like the way he put it of this kid annoyed me, that would make it insane. Like this person's just annoying, so you broke his goddamn nose on purpose. Now, if annoying is like, if what actually was going on is the person was like bullying Asmongold, picking on Asmongold, then it's not crazy. I don't think it's crazy. If you have a bully and he's being a prick to you every day, and you finally turn around and break if Jack Doherty finally gets his nose broken by somebody after being a bully in a mall, right? That's not crazy. You shouldn't do it. Violence is never the answer, but I don't think it's crazy if you have like a bully, someone harassing you, to finally fight back in some aspect. I don't think it's insane to be happy about it. Right? Is that crazy?
Bad person. But it's like, from my perspective, that's not how I saw it. And, from my perspective, rip bozo. So, this is
a dude, legit. Rip bozo, dude. Broke this kid's nose. Dude spitting out teeth and blood. Everyone's freaking out in a panic. And Asmon's in his head. He's like Dexter. He's like Dexter in the corner in his brain. Rest in peace, bozo.
problem. And this happens in middle school as well. I cared a lot about like how I looked, how I dressed, etc. in middle school. I mean, really, who doesn't? And I really tried to like take myself seriously, and I tried to have a good impression, etc. Do the right things, say the right things, wear the right things, be the right kind of person.
You guys remember being a super self-conscious kid in like middle school? I do. I remember being very self-conscious. And then I got over it.
And going into high school, I kind of got, there's a weird thing where like I ended up going to like one high school that I didn't want to go to, and then I ended up going to another high school after that, after I told my parents that if they didn't change me over, I would kill myself and fail every single class. which to be halfway, I was halfway followed through with that, because my first semester in that high school, I had a GPA of a .08. It was actually impressive. It was hard to do. I had to go out of my way for this. And so then I ended up getting transferred over, and I went to the school where my friends were. And I think that like the high school.
Wow, dude. Crashed his whole GPA. I mean, I wonder why you got schools moved. How do you do that? How do you get your schools moved? Doesn't it have to do with where you live? That's weird. So he purposely crashed his grades. I'm trying to figure out why he's trying to tell. Is he trying to tell us that he's like a psychopath? Right? Is that what he's doing, or he's just trying to point out the fact that he's a little bit different? Intentionally crashed his grades to get his parents to put him back into the school that he wanted to do. I'm not even sure how you do that.
School that I had originally gone to was a much more superficial, much more like, like a higher class high school, because my dad wanted me to go there because, like he wanted me to go to school to get an education. Imagine that. I wanted to go to school to hang out with my friends. So there was a bit of a disconnect there. And so I go over to the other school, and I realized that I need to stop caring about what people think about me, because I saw the people that were in that other school, and I realized that's not the kind of person that I wanted to be, because they were the more extreme version of the person that I was trying to be. And at that point, I realized that I didn't really want to be like other people.
Look at I just noticed this. Look at the YouTube play button just buried in the corner by the wall.
And I had to develop, I guess, my own identity. And this was at, like, I would say 14 or 15. And that happened, and that continued all the way through high school. And, I was always like, I never really had a girlfriend, right, in high school or anything like that. Maybe, I talked to a girl, but not really, okay? And so I was never really treated very well by, a lot of girls or anything like that. And big surprise, imagine that. And so anyway, this happened, and I kind of got used to this, and it was normal. So I would try to improve myself and, like make myself look better and try to do this, and it would just be met with the same outcome, which was a massive failure. Big surprise. Being a level 60 warrior isn't as attractive to women as it is to other 16-year-old guys. And so anyway, I had this happen, and, I eventually kind of got to the point where I was more comfortable with that, and I stopped really caring as much about what, like people would think about me.
Yeah.
And, in general, just like people.
Yeah, but so what? He's just telling us he's a little bit different. He's always been a little bit different, and eventually he stopped caring. Bro, you stopped caring a little too much, man. I'm gonna be man to man with you, Asmongold. If you find MeJoeShmoe, all right, talking to you. I'm talking to you now. There is value in taking care of yourself. I'm very happy if you're happy, but like there is value in like keeping your room in order and being sanitary and clean. I guess I know you're different, right? But I don't know. like if my friend lived in Squirrel Waller like Asmon does, right? And he was giving me this talk. Like I asked him, like, dude, are you okay? I asked my friend, I'm like, dude, are you okay? Are you doing all right, man? And this is what he told me. I'd be like, listen, okay, like you don't care. That's great. You got to clean up the house a little bit, dog. Like there's just certain things you got to do for you, man. You got to. All right. It's good for your soul, man. It's good for your soul. Maybe you wouldn't be a psychopath and break kids' fucking nose if you came home to a clean room, right?
People's perception of me. And this kind of got worse as time goes on. And I think that I spent like my teenage years primarily trying to disconnect myself and trying to remove myself from the obligation to be a certain kind of person to the public and just to society in general. I viewed society as I never chose to be here. This was not up for discussion. I just spawned in here, and so it's like I have to follow these rules. I have to do all these things. I have to be this kind of a person. And then, when I was like 17, 18, 19, I asked myself, well, why am I doing this? And so I stopped doing all of that stuff, and I've done many degenerate things, none of which I regret. Nothing at all in my life that I've ever regretted at all. But
I've done many degenerate things, and not a single one of them I regret. That's a brave take, because like I feel like there's something I've done that. Well, what's the word? What degenerate? Right? Are we like internet furry, deviant art degenerate? or are we homeless person behind my house degenerate? I don't know. There's definitely things in my life that I regret. I don't know. That's a pretty crazy statement.
You know, I would do things that a lot of people would consider to be very improper. Let's just say that. And so I never really viewed myself, I never really viewed it as like a good or a bad thing. I just, you know, simply existed and I did what I would do. And that was it. And at that point, I pretty much had completely disconnected myself from the perception of other people. And this was at the same time, like growing up, my mom was, I think there was maybe 2 years or so where she made above the poverty level in terms of income.
So he grew up poor. He grew up poor, so like he's used to it, right? Maybe it's like comforting. Maybe his parents were kind of like dirtballs. So keeping his house messy is like a comfort thing.
And so we basically barely skated by most of the time, and primarily the reason for that, honestly, is because my dad always paid child support, etc. At least until
doesn't feel like home if there's not a dead rat alarm clock. Am I right, guys?
I was 18, and you know, all that time, you know, she was able to skate by with that and pretty much survive. After high school was over, then obviously like that stopped, and then she wasn't able to support herself, so I was having to figure out ways to make money and try to like piece together money. She would borrow money sometimes from my dad, and it was in general like a very, very negative situation. And so we never.
So he grew up with just his mom in poverty, from what he's saying, and then when he turned 18, the mom stopped getting checks from the dad, who seems to be not in the picture. And then Asmon had to step up and make some goddamn money. So he had a job. He had a job. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'd like to say no wonder he's so well adjusted, but I don't know if I'd call Asmongold well adjusted.
Really had any money.
No wonder he's so based. No wonder when he gives a take, it's so fucking based and understandable. And no wonder he's so relatable. The man had a job.
This was the time where, you know, I was pretty much, ironically, at the peak of my degeneracy. I was probably one of the highest rated warriors in WoW. At the time, it was great, but not necessarily in real life. And so at this point, I'd pretty much...
Which, like, dude, this is like another thing. Like all these Disney movies, right? Where like the parents are the bad guys for trying to get the daughter to go to school to be a doctor and not drop out of college to paint pictures at the beach, right? Life sucks if you don't have money. Life is very hard if you don't have money. And you're probably not Asmongold, right? Where being level quadrillion in a video game is going to eventually somehow financially pay off at some point, right? It's normally the right answer if your parents tell you to stop being an idiot and get a job, right? I don't like it when these exceptions, these like Eminem, right? If he wouldn't have met Dre or whatever, if he wouldn't have freaking made it, like he was a bum, right? He was grinding, rapping, making no freaking money, and then, you know, he blew up. Like, he's the exception, okay? If you're a rapper and you're trying to make it, you should go to work too, okay? That doesn't mean you can't have passions and hobbies, but you do need to like also make sure that you can take care of yourself and wipe your own ass, right?
Much completely disconnected myself from the way that people saw me, and I stopped caring about the way that people saw me because I pretty much gave up on being like a normal person. I gave up on being accepted by the public. I gave up on living a normal life or, you know, having a family or anything like that. I just felt like I just was not capable of that based off of my experiences that I had. And I had many other ones too. Like I stabbed somebody and a few other things too.
Did he just say that he stabbed somebody?
Like a normal person. I gave up on being accepted by the public. I gave up on living a normal life or, you know, having a family or anything like that. I just felt like I just was not capable of that based off of my experiences that I had. And I had many other ones too. Like I stabbed somebody and...
What the fuck? Dude. So what? He's saying that, like, he came to the conclusion that he's such a psychopath that he needs to be like a dragon. He needed to seclude himself for the good of the community. He needed to isolate himself. He needed to imprison himself in his attic for the good of the community, because otherwise he's going to run around and stab people. What the what? I don't even know what to say, dude. He seems like such a nice guy. Like, I don't want to be mean, but what the hell, dude? If my friend was talking to me, yo, dude, hey, Joe friend, what's up, man? What's up, Asmongold? Why are you like this, man? What's going on? Are you okay? Well, you see, man, I just, man, I had a hard time bringing it up, and I've just, I just feel like, dude, like I stabbed somebody yesterday, last week, and I just feel like if I leave my room, like I might like lose it and just go stab people again and stuff. I'd be like, dude, you need to see a therapist. Like, it's great that you're so cavalier about it, but you need help, dog. You need help. Wonder if he has a police record. Like, I'm not even mad at him. I'm not saying that from a point of like, you're a fucking monster. You need to be locked in a cage. I'm not even, like the dude's clearly there, and he's like identifying that there's something wrong. And he's come to this conclusion that instead of like finding out what's wrong and trying to correct it for his own well-being, he's like, well, I'll just make myself comfortable the way I am. Which sounds good when you say it out loud, but it's like not, right? It's not good. It's not good. If a dude was doing heroin every single day in the alley, and you went up to him and you're like, dude, please stop doing heroin, man. Like, it's bad for you. You're looking rough, dude. You're like, and you'd be like, nah, dude, you don't get it. Dude. I really love heroin. I love everything about it. I love dealing it. I love doing it. Like, that would be bad. You'd be concerned for that person. You would push them. You would influence them. You try to get them to get help for themselves. I feel the same way like him. Like, if this was the conversation I'd be having with someone I cared about myself, this is the response I'm getting when I ask them why they've been living like an animal for 13 years. I'd be like, dude, please, can you go see a therapist? Like this isn't normal. This isn't good. And I say that from an empathetic standpoint, not a judgmental one.
A few other things too. I probably wouldn't even say, because they would too drastically alter people's perception of me. But either way, a lot of these instances where I kind of was like, okay, this is bad. Maybe it's better that I'm quarantined in my house. And so anyway, I did this a lot, and my mom and I, like, it was really just kind of the two of us. My dad was there. He was supportive, and he always has been supportive. But other than that, I do have family.
His dad was
but
there.
None of them live in the state of Texas. And so
his dad was there, but the dad was sending the mom money. So weird parental situation.
Any trouble, any problems, anything like that, it was pretty much entirely on me to resolve this issue. And so take care of my mom, pay for things, anything like that, it was always on me. And her health started deteriorating at about the same time. This is big surprise. You smoke since you're 16. You spend your entire time smoking cigarettes, watching Ancient Aliens, and fucking around on the internet playing WoW, and you're overweight massively like she was. This isn't good for your health, especially when you're getting into your 60s.
Wow, so the mom was a WoW player too. He's almost like mad at the mom for letting her health deteriorate. Like his trauma response to the mom passing is to like blame the mom for it. It's weird. He needs help. Asmongold needs help, man. He does. He needs therapy. He genuinely needs to seek mental help. He really does. I'm not saying that like I'm not saying that to discredit him, make him like he's got trauma. He's got genuine trauma. There's this thing. Let's watch a little bit more. There's this mental disorder. There's this trauma response that some people can get where they don't want help from anyone. They will like. I think it's called extreme dependency, and it's like this trauma response you get when, like, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure what triggers it, but it like there's a bit of that here. Like, I had to take care of everything. I did it, and maybe he did. I'm not saying he didn't, but like, I had to take care of everything. I had to take care of my mom. I had to do all this stuff, and then she got sick. Big surprise there. Smoking cigarettes, being overweight, like blaming the mom, like. for like, and it is the mom's fault, but it's weird to have that response to your own mother's health deteriorating, right? It's like, yeah, well, that was her fault. Like she's there's a resentment there to the mom letting herself get to that point. He needs help. This dude genuinely needs fucking therapy. He actually does. He, in the most positive sense of it, he seeks psychiatric help. He really does. I believe that.
Was at that time, because she had me when she was like 39 and a half or 40 or something. And so at this point, her health was deteriorating, and I remember like she had like a number of instances where like I would like wake up and I hear her like screaming because she would like I don't even really know what the fuck was wrong with her. I don't know. It was like a weird thing where like she couldn't see out of her eye, and then she had like some kind of like I think like a bleed in her eye, and then she had like I think it wasn't really a heart attack. It was like some sort of like variation of that. And I remember like her like begging me not to call the ambulance, and this is at the same time that the house is fucking, we can barely pay for the house. We're worried about getting evicted from the house. We have no AC, or no, we did have AC. We didn't have heat. And so, I would go to sleep and like the house would be so cold because I would just give her the heater. And I always viewed it as like, I'm sleeping out on Mount Everest, right? It's like, I'm cosplaying as Bear Grylls. And I remember like my glass of water in my room, there would have like ice crystals on the edge of it.
That happened to me when I was a kid. I had a broken window in my room, and there was like a garbage bag we put over it the one winter, and I had my fish right by the window, and the room was like, I was fine, right? The room was like fine, I remember, but like I woke up the one morning and there was ice in the fish bowl.
Of it, right? Because of how fucking cold it was. And so I did that really for like 2 years, and so we had like basically like zero money. And so this happened, and pretty much like her health would deteriorate more and more and more to the point where she couldn't drive, she couldn't do X, she couldn't do Y, she couldn't get a job anymore.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And this like his trauma response to like all this was like, it's almost coming off to me as like this thing I was reading about. It's like this like extreme dependency. Like you will not ask for help for anything. Like, you don't want others to rely on you either. That's like I had to rely, like that's where I'm getting from him when he says like, I had to do everything. Everything came on me. It's like resentment that other people were relying on him. Not that they should have been. Not that there wasn't something wrong with that situation. But that, dude needs help. Dude needs help, bro. He needs a friend to talk to and be like, yo, bro, listen, this isn't normal. I know you think it's fine, but it's not fine. Please go see a therapist.
More. And then it relied on me more and more to completely support her in like pretty much all ways. And I remember she would like beg, like she was like on the ground, like crying, begging me not to call an ambulance. And so this was very upsetting for me, by the way. I got to the point where like at this time period, I would wake up like every 2 hours or so with like a weird thing where I would hear her screaming my name. And this went on for maybe like 6 months.
Oh my God, dude. He's described like, so he said I would wake up with this weird thing that she'd be screaming my name. So she wasn't actually screaming his name. He was like shell shocked from his mom screaming, dude. Holy fuck. This dude doesn't even realize how traumatized he is, dude. Wow, dude. There's all these bitches on Twitter and the internet that cry about every little fucking thing. And then there's Asmongold, who's just like psyoped himself into thinking everything's fine. Can someone that loves this man please go tell him to go to a fucking therapist? God damn, dude.
To a year. And also I want to say that like all of this stuff and everything about it, I don't really like, everybody in life has problems, and I hope that by sharing my problems, people can kind of.
But this is what I'm talking about again with the being articulate and like the emotional part of your brain, the rational part of your brain. I think some people, the connection is like really good. It's better than others, right? Even though it's a poor connection in general. And here you're seeing it again, right? Where like he's even saying here, like, listen, these things would happen to me, and I would just like he's able to kind of talk himself through it to a point where he's like functional. But I would say that the way he's done it is not healthy. There's clearly like unresolved trauma here, dude. Like so obviously. God, dude, somebody that loves this man, get him help, man. Get him help. Make him see that life could be better than it is, dude.
see where I'm coming from as a person. I don't really care about sympathy. I don't care about people feeling bad for me. I don't really give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me. So I hope.
Yeah, see, again, I'm armchair psychologist Joe here, with my diagnosis of the trauma response. Like, I don't care, dude. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care if I don't want people to feel bad for me. He doesn't want any. He wants to be very independent. He never wants to be in a situation. That would explain the money hoarding, dude. If we're really going to get armchair psychological with this shit, he's hoarding all the money, doesn't want to spend any of the money because he wants to be independent. He values the independence that he can get through the finances. So he would rather live in squalor than spend a dime. Because if something were to happen, he has all the money in the world to remain independent, dude. Dude. This man needs help, dude. This man needs help. Somebody, please help Asmongold. Somebody loves this man. Please help him. Get him to a fucking therapist, please.
Hope that nobody thinks that this is coming off as any form of a, like sympathy play. I've had things bad happen in my life. I think that in many cases they've been my fault. I've deserved them. But this is just what's happened. And so anyway, and every action and every outcome in my life leading up to now has led me to the position that I am right now. And I think that in a lot of cases I'm happy with how I am. And you can't just go back and edit out all the bad parts and expect to be in the good part. And so at the same time this was happening, like a lot of my friends were obviously going through college, finishing college, having girlfriends, like moving in and everything. And I was worried about, number one, my mom dying. Number two, being homeless. And number three, at that point, I had always assumed that I would kill myself after high school. Like,
what the fuck? Somebody give this man a hug. Asmon, can we get hug Asmon in the chat? Oh, there's not that many people here. It's okay. Oh, dude, I want to give him a hug. Oh my god, dude. That
was my plan. And, Wrath of the Lich King came out, and I just got distracted. I forgot.
This video game came out, and I got distracted. And that's what that is, right? That's a video game.
So I ended up not doing that. And because of that, I never brushed my teeth in high school. Never really gave a fuck about it. Never cared. And this caused, guess what that causes? It causes your teeth to rot out. And so a lot of my teeth had to be, I had to get fillings and everything as a teenager. And my dad paid for a lot of it, which he was very, very unhappy about. And so these fillings would come out. This is what happens with fillings or anything like that. And they did come out, and then, of course, my teeth deteriorated naturally because I love soda. I love drinking soda.
Soda's overrated. I hate soda. Water is the greatest drink of all time.
Soda right over there. Went to McDonald's earlier today. Really, really like soda. Like it so much that right now I only have 5 real teeth left in my whole mouth.
What? He only has 5 real teeth left. Dude. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, he's like, fine, it's fine, I'm normal. It's like, I know I'm not normal, but I'm fine with it. Dude, like, I know you think that, but please go talk to somebody. Please go talk to somebody. For the love of fucking God, please go talk to somebody. God, man.
And I think you start with like 32.
If this was my friend talking to me after I asked him the question that is the title, I've been living like an animal. Why have you been living like an animal for 13 years, Asmongold? And I get this? Dude, I'm begging this guy to see a therapist. I'm begging him. I'm pleading with my friend. Please go talk to somebody, dude. I know you think this is normal, but it's not normal, dude. It's not good. No, I'm fine. Trust me, I'm fine. No. Please go talk to somebody.
Which is kind of crazy to think. And so anyway, this happened, and all my teeth were starting to rot out. I was not able to eat with one side of my mouth. I would have these toothaches that would get so bad that I would pass out from the pain. And I eventually had to go to like the, basically, if you're like, the people that really get fucked by medical bills are the people that are in the middle of like, economically. Because if you're broke, like they'll do shit for you for like $10. If they can get anything, they'll do it. And so I had a program like that. And so they would have to pull out my teeth kind of regularly. And that's how I lost. I have no back teeth at all. That's why if you look at my jawline, it's very different than if you look at it from like, you know, high school or like by the age of like 19 or 20. It's completely changed because I've lost all.
That is true, dude. When I was poor, I would go to the hospital for everything. And now that I'm definitely not as poor, it's like I don't ever want to go to the hospital for anything because it's expensive. I used to have like a card that the government gave me and I would just do it. Everything would be like free. Now I go to the hospital for like a little, like a lump I found, and it's like $180 for the guy to feel my lump and be like, yeah, that's fine. Like
my teeth and my
like for $180, just take the fucking scan, dude. Do something.
My jaw bone is like pretty much rotted out. And so, which as far as I know is unfixable, at least in the way that I have this problem. There's a separate problem that is fixable. I don't have that one. I talked to a dentist about it. So it's basically like irreversibly fucked. And so anyway, this happened, and it was not a great time. My teeth were rotting out.
Yeah, but like, see, like you act like you're fine. This is exactly what I'm saying. Like he's like, I'm fine. The way I am is fine. Doesn't bother me. I'm okay. But then he has to deal with the consequences of his mindset of everything's okay and I'm fine. You're not fine, dude. You're not fine. There is value in preserving yourself and taking care of yourself, dude. You wouldn't have, you have a rotted out jaw because of your mentality of it's fine. I'm fine. I'm very happy. Trust me. No, trust me. You need to talk to somebody.
Etc. And at that point I had to completely like pretty much give up the notion and give up the dream of ever being a normal person. At that point I could feel myself no longer being the same as anybody else, right? And I actually for a while I really hated it, but then I got used to it, and then I embraced it, and I think that's where I am now,
dude.
So I would,
it's like, you need help, dude. You need help so bad, man. I want to give this guy a hug so bad. Like, there are consequences to not taking care of yourself. Living in squalor is not a good thing. The attitude that he has developed of everything's fine and I'm very happy has caused his teeth to rot out, which he's clearly very displeased with. He had to go get fixed. He's talked with doctors about resolving it, right? That's just one example. Like, if this is your friend and he's talking to you and he's saying this shit, you're telling him, no, you are not fine. You need help. Please, we're going to go get you help. You know?
I would say like that was from like ages, like I would say, you know, 13 to, I don't know, like 21, somewhere around there, right? Then after that, I started.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. When he said, this is the point where I had to come to terms with I wasn't going to be a regular person. Not that he didn't care. He had to that's what I'm saying again with the brain shit. You know, there's something there where the dude is able to like really like think like he's smart. He's a smart dude, and you know, he's not he like at the time at least wasn't happy that he wasn't normal, but he was like, it doesn't matter. It's just how I am, and I gotta move on. Which there's a level to that. There's a certain level of like, yeah, you know, but like just you know it's not good. You know, like, yeah, okay, being not normal is one thing. Your answer to not being normal is to seclude yourself in your bedroom and let your teeth rot out of your fucking mouth is not normal. There's something there. There's something going on. There's a possible trauma response going on there. There's a psychological issue that should probably be addressed. And he is not going to seek that himself, right? A heroin junkie doesn't think they have a problem, right? Someone that's like he needs someone that cares about him to have a conversation with him and just be like, dude, you need help. You're not going to see that you need help until after you get help. Please trust me as your friend. This is not good. This is not normal.
Doing other stuff. I was playing WoW. I was making videos. I was doing other random things, right? And my mom's like health pretty much would always get worse, and that's just, you know, that's just the way it is when you get older, right? And so I would have to do my best to like take care of her, and worked at the IRS for a while. Tried to work at Sam's Club. Didn't really go very well. But overall, I you know, tried to go back to college. I do have a college degree, if you can imagine that. But learned more from business from.
Yeah, see, again, like, he's a smart guy. It's like, because most people get all emotional and they don't try to think. They don't do anything. Like, he's when getting, like, I always say it to people. It's like, you know, get a job. You know, you just got to get over it. You got to move on. You have to find a way to move on. He's like the extreme end of that, where it's like a detriment to his life. Like, oh, my mouth hurts, whatever. I'll just let my tooth rot out. I'll get it pulled out later or something. And that's like that would explain the money hoarding too, where it's extreme independence, which is a trauma response, and he's hoarding all of the money because he sees the value that the money has towards him being able to afford to be independent. He's financially independent, right? So he can't even bring himself to spend 80 cents on something because it's 80 cents that could be used if something happens, and he needs the money to hold on to it to protect his independence. Yeah, dude. I'm not a psychologist, but like, I feel like I'm being pretty fair. I feel like I'm making a good point here. I feel like there's a lot. It's very interesting to listen to him talk and think about this shit. I think he needs, yeah, dude.
While than I did from business school. And so then I spent that time, and then this was all the time, like, me not knowing if she would, every day I would wake up and, like, hear that voice in my mind.
Listen to this. Yeah, the voice. He literally had like PTSD from his mom screaming his name for help. And now he's had a trauma response to that. He's got extreme independence. And that's why he lives the way that's like the huge factor as to why he lives the way he does.
And like, it was really, really bad. And this is just something I would do all the time. And I try to always make the best of
things.
I try to just, not think about it. But, looking back on it, things were very, very bad. And so anyway, fast forward a little bit later, and that's whenever I was like going back to college. I thought that I would just, basically have a shitty job, play video games for my whole life, and then die, right? And then I got a shitty job.
Let's go. Can we relate to that? Can we relate to that?
And I realized a shitty job is actually a lot more shitty than I thought it would be. So then I remember
working
it was probably
sucks.
like one of the best things that ever happened to me is that I took this job at Sam's Club, and I hated it so much it actually encouraged me to make myself a better person, if you can imagine that. And so I signed up to go back to university and finish another degree that I was working on so I could go to law school. Actually, I wanted to be a lawyer, basically because I had a friend in high school. We would always play Magic the Gathering, and I could see him. He would always manipulate the rules to come out ahead and win different, like, arguments in Magic the Gathering. And I was like, I bet lawyers do that in real life. I should do that myself. And so that was always my motivation. And
see, there's the self-preservation again,
anyway, I did that, and then a number of other things, random things that are not, I would say like YouTube or public safe that I did. And then after that, I started doing YouTube, and then I started doing YouTube, and I focused on that, and I would put videos out of the way that I lived, etc. And people would always find it to be very funny or like weird, and everybody would like really like. There were a lot of people, and this is true even now, people that like hate me for living the way that I do. And I think that really, people look at a person like me and they see a person who has a number of things in their life that they wish they had, but I've done basically. If you look at it from like, what do they tell you to do when you're growing up? I used every single thing to do as a checklist of what not to do, right? And so, I think that a lot of people could be a little bit, annoyed by that. And so I can see why, and et cetera. And it is disgusting, by the way. And so, missing half your teeth and, living...
Which again... Those are consequences of his attitude of like, I don't care, I'm happy, I'm content with the way things are. Okay, but are you going to be content with the way they will be? You know what I mean? There are consequences to your lifestyle, and you can't see them. Again, just dude needs therapy. Dude needs therapy very badly.
In a dump with a dead rat alarm clock. You don't know if your mom's going to be alive that day. You've got no money. You have to support her. She's never going to be able to support herself. And things are just basically slowly getting worse and worse and worse. And I started doing YouTube, and things started doing a little bit better. I started doing streaming. Things were doing better then. I went to get my teeth fixed, because if you look at my old videos, a lot of my old videos, you'd notice that I smile. When I smile, I cover my mouth when I smile. The reason for that is this isn't Saikuno, where I don't like my smile. Yeah, well, I don't like my smile. It's not because I think it's ugly. It's because I didn't have any fucking teeth.
Again, he doesn't like that he has no teeth. He got that fixed, but the reason he has no teeth is because he has this ability to rationalize horrible fucking shit, to live with it and cope with it. He has like the most insane coping skills in the world, to the point where it's actually like a detriment to his fucking health. Right? Like, oh, I'm fine. Oh, my mouth hurts. Oh, I'm gonna die anyway. I don't need to brush my teeth. Then like a year goes by, his mouth's rotting out, his teeth are falling out. Oh, I'm in pain. Oh, I don't have any teeth. Oh, I gotta cover my mouth because I have no fucking teeth. You know, a consequence to his mentality of things.
I didn't want people to see that. And so that's why I would cover my mouth a lot whenever I first started streaming. And so this happened to me for a long time. I go to the dentist, and they tell me it's going to be like around $50,000 to get all my teeth fixed and everything taken care of. Then I thought, maybe, because it was the first time at that point where I kind of like, it really hit me that I had like irreversibly and irreparably damaged my life in a way that I couldn't just immediately like undo. Because like as a kid, you know, usually you make a mistake where it's like you scrape your knee and then, well, you put a bandage on and it gets better. But with this, it never was going to get better, and it's only going to get worse, and it certainly has, by the way. And so anyway, I did want to kill myself, but I decided instead of killing...
See? Again. I hate to keep pointing it out, but this whole shtick of like, oh, I'm happy. I'm very content. Trust me, I don't need these things. Okay, maybe you should care a little bit more. You need to care a little bit more, okay? Future Asmongold's gonna love that you cared a little bit more, bro. And I do think it's a coping mechanism triggered by, like, it's like a trauma response. Like, therapy. All right. All these fucking YouTubers that talk like, I went to see my therapist. I love therapy. They don't need therapy. They don't need fucking therapy. Okay. Asmongold needs fucking therapy. Okay.
Myself, I'd do something even worse. I'd start streaming. And I started streaming because I wasn't really making enough money. And everybody says, oh, well, I started streaming because, you know, I like interacting with people. It's because I was lonely. Well, I started streaming for money. I needed some fucking money. And so that's what I did. And I was like, guys, we've got a donation goal of $100, and, you know, if we get $100, I'm going to go to Wendy's tomorrow. And I would always meme it up, you know, $1 equals one donut, and it's like, you know, I would make a bunch of money, and it was great. And things.
Can we do that? Can we start getting money over here? I just noticed that you got memberships again. Yeah, Dave hooked us up, man. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, guys, we have a donation goal of $1 trillion. If we can hit the goal of $1 quadrillion, negotiable, by the way, we can talk about it. I will do a live stream from my phone of going to Wendy's tomorrow. Okay? Can we get $1 trillion?
Things did go very well. I streamed every single night. I was very dedicated. I tried to make things as entertaining as possible, and you know, I did what I tried to do best, right? And things kind of got better and they improved. This happened just at pretty much the same time. A lot of my friends were kind of evolving and going past, like college, like they were getting careers, getting married, having kids, and like now I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking to myself, I'm pretty sure every single friend that I have.
Like Joe had too much booze. Oh, I think he only has like one follower, and he's like a hate follower. Okay, I get it. I don't know.
Is either married or has a
too
kid.
much booze. Oh, I think he only
Let's
has like
go.
one follower, and he's like a hate follower.
Only about $1 trillion more, and we'll go to Wendy's tomorrow. I'll stream it all from my phone. You can come with me. My cat.
Which is kind of crazy.
Negotiable. We can talk about it.
Considering that, I'm sitting here doing what I'm doing, but it is kind of weird. I'm 34 now, which is honestly a fucking shock. Like I can't believe it. I don't feel 34. I feel like I'm still 16. But I look in the mirror, I see my hairline, and I think to myself, oh my god, wait a minute, I think I'm actually 34. And if I'm really not sure.
Guys, I'm going to be 30 soon. Ugh.
I talked to somebody who's 16, and then I realized, hold up, wait a minute. No, actually, I am 34.
Yeah, dude, that is a crazy thing, because I go to schools sometimes for work to fix equipment, and you think you know what an 18-year-old still looks like, right? You think that you think that you've aged well. You think you don't look that much different than when you were 18, right? And then you go to a high school and you see seniors walk around, and you're like, that is a child. That is a literal toddler. And that's why I get so mad at these freaking adults, like that are like my age or even older, that like go for like girls that can't even drink yet. Because like when I go to a high school and I see like the kids walking around, I'm like, how Boogie 298? How could you fucking do that, man? That's sick. That's so fucking sick to me. Like you would even think that. Like when I'm in a high school, there are kids. I'm seeing kids. My brain is registering the people walking around me as children. And you got Boogie 298 banging them. Disgusting. Well, the 18, 19. Disgusting. You're gross.
Because there's no better way to realize that you're actually older until you talk to somebody who's actually younger.
That's so true.
It is for me. So anyway,
unless you're Boogie 298, then you want to fook them. Aaron Newman, you say that now. Just wait till you have 100,000 subs. Let's fucking go. Let's get Schmo Nation going, dude. I need that watch time. We need watch time. We need a strong community. We're gonna build this community. Get in the Discord. Be active. Let me know. Let me talk to me. What's up? You know.
My stream was doing very well. My social life really, I pretty much like stopped interacting with a lot of friends of mine because I focused pretty much just on streaming and on making this as much as possible. And also, I'm a very introverted person in a lot of ways. I like being alone. I don't like people talking to me a whole lot.
Dave Jones. We will do something adjacent or related to getting you a t-shirt if we can hit 100,000 subs.
I don't like phone calls. I don't like interacting with people. I don't like going out. You guys might notice this, right? If it's, a mystery or secret. And so,
or if we can get $1 trillion donos tonight, $1 trillion worth of money donated tonight, so I can go to Wendy's tomorrow.
Big surprise. That's how it was. And then, I started streaming. My stream started doing better. And there was a degree of like stress that created. But, and in terms of like my lifestyle and everything, living that way, I never really thought about it at that point. I never really worried too much about like kind of how.
Here, I'm gonna have an Asmongold moment, quick, guys. You know how I have the t-shirts? Because my mom made me like these like a bunch of merch clothes for Christmas last year. So I had people when we used to get a couple more people in here on average, but that's okay. That's okay. We're coming back. I stopped streaming for a little bit. I had a couple people that were like, I want a MeJoeShmoe t-shirt. So I went to that company and they make the t-shirts. And we've sold a few, which is awesome. I can't believe that anybody would buy a MeJoeShmoe t-shirt. It's fucking insane. It's awesome. God damn it, right? I have not made $1 off of that. I have not made a single fucking penny. I don't even know how to collect the money from that site. I haven't even looked into it. That's how much I care about my merch.
People would perceive me. I always viewed myself as like, this is just who I am. This is what I am. That's all there is to it. And I never really took, and I still don't really take any criticism or any negativity to heart. I don't take it personally.
Bagel. More like 98K more. Thank you.
I don't really care a whole lot. And so at the end of the day, it never really bothered me, and people thought it was funny. And so, I had like a snack box, and there were like maggots in the snack box, and I would eat food with the maggots inside of the food.
This dude's eating maggots. Is this post-millionaire status? What the hell?
Much about...
Like, again... Dude, you're not fine. You're not okay. I don't care what you say. You're not okay. Trust me. I'm your friend. We're going to see a therapist. Somebody needs to help this man.
Like,
love of God.
People would perceive me. I always viewed myself as like, this is just who I am.
I know you don't understand, Asmon, why other people don't eat maggots, but you're going to. We're going to a mental health professional. You're going to see.
This is what I am. That's all there is to it. And I never really took, and I still don't really take any criticism or any negativity to heart. I don't take it personally. I don't really care a whole lot. And so at the end of the day, it never really bothered me, and people thought it was funny. And so, I had like a snack box, and there were like maggots in the snack box, and I would eat the food with the maggots inside of the food. It was like honey buns, which were really, really good. And to be honest, I didn't even really taste them. So it was pretty much...
Because your fucking mouth was rotted out, dude.
The same thing. Didn't even bother me. And so, I had like taken at that point, my teeth had like totally rotten out. And so I had taken pliers to like break pieces of my teeth off.
I did that once. Asmongold moment. I did that once. I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm cool like Asmongold. I broke a big chunk of my wisdom tooth off because it was bothering me over COVID. I started getting, I'm stealing the show quick. Fuck Asmongold. We're going a side route. Over COVID, I got like terrible fucking pain. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was going to the dentist. They couldn't schedule me in to do anything about it. And they weren't listening to me. I remember they weren't listening to me. I remember the dentist I went to. I was trying to tell them, I'm like, listen, I can feel the bone. I can feel the bone. Please, can you do anything about it? They're like, we don't see a bone. We don't see a bone. And then I went home. And I went home that night after them telling me we don't see a bone, but your wisdom teeth do need to come out. I've been hearing that for the past 3 years. Like, I've been hearing that for years, and my wisdom teeth need to come out. They told me your wisdom teeth do need to come out according to our x-rays. We do not see a bone poking out. 3 months. I think it was like 3 months for surgery. I went home that night in excruciating pain. And I'm like, I cannot deal with this for 3 months. I went into my bathroom with needle nose pliers. And I started just grabbing at the gum, yanking the gum away. And then I saw the fucking tooth. And I grabbed onto my wisdom tooth. And I fucking yanked on it. I was hitting it. And I eventually broke a chunk of my wisdom tooth off and pulled it out of my gum. And it was immediate relief. I never went to get the surgery. It's still like that in my mouth right now. It's a dent in my gum. I can feel it with my tongue. That's my story.
Even like if I wasn't able to speak during a stream because like a point was like, poking my tongue, or like, playing a game or something like that, talking to people. And so I still have the pliers actually in my bathroom from all the way back then. And
I still have he left the pliers in the bathroom.
So this had happened for quite a while. And then I guess you could say I started like, I guess like the second phase of my life of like trying to remove myself from like caring about being worried about the outcome of other people. It was always very scary for me to know that like, my mom would die one day, right? This was extremely scary.
Yeah, the mom's health was clearly extremely fucking traumatic for this man, dude. Extremely traumatic for this man.
Thing that I didn't want to have happen. And in 2021...
How did I tolerate the pain of pulling my own wisdom tooth partially out? That's the thing, Bagel. I couldn't tolerate the pain. I could not deal with the pain I was experiencing for another couple months. That's the thing. If I would have, because I read online that there's like a nerve back there. There's like something that it could kill you or whatever. I figured if it turns into an emergency situation, good. Then it gets handled tonight. That was my mindset. Because I was in that much fucking pain. I couldn't sleep. And it wasn't that I wasn't willing to go to a doctor and get it handled. They were like, no, it's COVID. You're done. 3 months out for surgery. But emergency would have got handled right away. So that was my mindset. My mindset is I'm in excruciating pain and I'm going to fucking handle this tonight. If I start to bleed profusely out of my fucking mouth, that's fine. Then we go to the hospital, it gets handled tonight. But dental, I don't know if you guys knew this, dental is all elective. In America, you don't need teeth. Just ask the government.
It did happen. And so leading up to that was incredibly stressful. She pretty much did everything that she possibly could. I love her, but she did every fucking thing that she could to make things as absolutely unpleasant.
See, he has so much, he loves his mom, but he blames her. Maybe rightfully so, but there's trauma there. There's trauma there from the mom. Just he's mad at his mom for getting sick. That's how he's rationalized it to himself.
As possible. Oh my God. And so, yes. It was very frustrating to deal with somebody like that. But, she was 70 at the time. And so
Jesus Christ, Asmon, she was 70. All right, dude. Maybe the health was going to go out either way. Oh, man.
Really, really, really hurt. And it's, she was the main person in my life that I was most connected to, and this is the person that I had the deepest emotional connection with, and to just lose them, and it was kind of random, by the way. Things got worse over time, but it was nothing at the very end there. It just kind of went off a fucking cliff. And so this happened, and then at about the same time, a little bit after that, I also broke up with a long-term girlfriend at the time. And then at the same time,
he shut down, dude. It sounded like the mom went out and he shut down, bro. He didn't want anyone else in his life to be ever reliant on him again. He didn't want to be reliant on anybody. And that's why he sits in squalor, raking in millions of dollars and refuses to spend any of it. Because he values the independence the money gives him. He never wants to be dependent. We'll look it up when we're done with the video. It's a real thing. It's a trauma response. It's called like extreme independence. It's something like that. And it's a trauma response. And we'll read about it. We'll read about it and we'll see how much it intertwines with Asmongold's story here.
My dad got so fucking sick that we were like talking about writing his will, like, and he's still setting all that up because he doesn't know if this shit's gonna happen again, right? What's gonna be? And he's 77 too, so it's rough, right? It's bad. And he went through pneumonia 4 fucking times in a year, and he's still getting around, going to the.
Sub gift is better because then somebody gets a sub and a super chat. I mean, if you want it red, the super chat will be red. I think I still have it set up that it's red. If not, I'll read it.
Store, etc. But I gotta help.
So if you want me to read something, then you want a super chat. But if it's just something dumb that you could just say in chat, there's like 3 people in here. I'll read your chat. Then the membership will be better because then somebody will get a membership, but they can use the fun, cool emojis, right?
Help them every once in a while too, right? And it is what it is. And so again, and we don't have any family around here, and so if something goes wrong, if something's bad, there's one person who's responsible for that, and that's me.
See, we're gonna look up the trauma response, the independence thing later, and we're gonna keep Asmongold in mind as we read it.
And so that's a lot of stress. It's a lot.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'll read normal chat, right? Well. Like, I think I have it set up that if you super chat, it will read it. The chat, like, there's a bot that will read it. And I won't read every chat, right? Like, if you pay for it, I'm going to read the chat out loud. That is my your chat will be read out loud by me if you donate a super chat. I will do it.
A lot of pressure, right? And, I had all 3 of these things happen to me within pretty much 1 year of each other, maybe 2 years with the thing with my dad. And so at that point, I began the second part of, I think that my, abstraction of reality is that I've tried my best to remove myself from caring about other people as much as I can, and not caring about them in terms of being friendly. Of course, I'm friendly with people, but being emotionally attached to having them in my life, being emotionally attached to the way that they feel about me and how they're doing. It's been very hard for me to actually have any sort of feelings towards people when it seems like everybody that was important to me is fucking dying. And so or leaving me, right?
Yeah, keep all this in mind when we're done with this video and we look up the trauma response that I keep referencing.
Or breaking up with me. So at a certain point, you just kind of get away from that.
Such a vibe killer. Looked like Joe had too much booze. Oh, I think he only has like 1 follower. And
Holy
like
shit!
Follower. Okay,
Holy shit! Dave, stop. Why, Dave?
Dave,
you could have bought a T-shirt, Dave.
Oh, I think he only has like 1 follower.
Jeez, what the fuck? Stop it!
I don't know.
Stop it!
Such a vibe.
What are you doing?
Like Joe had too much booze. Oh, I think
there's so much better. There's so many better things to spend your money on.
Okay, I get it. I don't know. Such a vibe killer.
Jeez.
Like Joe had too much booze. Oh, I think he only has like 1 follower.
All right.
Fuck your daddy, fuck your mommy too. Fuck everything you love, most of all, fuck you. Cry, 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 yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm your mommy now, you widow baby bitch.
Such a vibe killer. Looked like Joe had too much booze.
It's blowing up.
Oh, I think
it's too much. We literally got to stop. We got to stop and let the members roll in.
Such a vibe.
Oh my god, dude.
Too much booze. Oh, I think he only has like 1 follower and he's like a hate
What
follower.
the hell, dude?
I don't know. Such a vibe.
Jeez,
killer.
dude.
Like Joe had too much booze. Oh, I think he only has
All right,
like 1 follower and he's like
your
a
shit's
hate
not going
follower.
through correctly. I do see that you read it. Okay, so Dave also put in a super chat.
Like
Dave said,
too
"Talk
much
about the free
booze."
T-shirt you're gonna give
Oh,
me.
I
You're
think
not
he
gonna get a
he
free
only has,
T-shirt.
like,
It's
1
not gonna
follower and he's,
happen."
like a hate follower.
I
don't know.
God, just buy the T-shirt, Dave.
Like Joe had too much booze.
All right, we gotta stop it. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna force it to stop.
Okay, I get
Hold
it.
on.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Such a vibe
All
killer.
right.
Looked like
All
Joe
right.
had
All right.
too
All
much
right.
booze.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
Oh, I
Right.
think
Right. Right.
he only has like 1 follower and he's like a hate follower. Okay, I get it. I don't know.
Okay, peace. All right, Dave Jones. Well done. You're a good oiler, Dave Jones. You're a good oiler. You're my oil financial overlords. All right. Welcome all the new members. I saw Nerdy John got a freaking membership. Pretty cool. You guys should check out his streams sometimes. It was Nerdy John, I think his name is. All right, let's get back to Asmongold. Sorry for the detour.
Then after that, we entered into, I would say, the third phase, which is the point where I lose the connection with myself. And I think that whenever I finally do that, I think that maybe one day I might be happy again. And what I mean by that is that I always worry about like dying and all this stuff and like how I'm like where do you go, what happens, right? And it would be very, very stressful for me. And I usually reassure myself by reminding myself that I'm just a hyper intelligent monkey that probably evolved too fast. And I think that we all are, by the way. It's not like I'm special. And that usually is oddly reassuring. But otherwise, it was very stressful for me. And I did think that I was farther along. I thought I would be okay with dying until I thought that I was dying. And then I realized that I wasn't as far along as I thought I was. Recently, whenever I had a blood pressure reading of 194, which is a high score so far, at least so far. And so...
Wait, he has blood pressure problems? Yeah, because you don't exercise. This is what I'm saying, dude. The whole thing, again, another example of, oh, I'm fine. Trust me. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very, very content. You shouldn't be, bro. You shouldn't be. There are benefits to self-preservation, taking care of yourself, dude. There's hire a freaking dude. No, someone needs to help this guy. Someone needs to give Asmongold a hug and get him help, bro. I think Asmongold kind of lost it at this point. No, he clearly, dude, all of these other streamers and YouTubers and influencers that are like, I go to therapy and I have trauma, and they don't need therapy. Asmongold needs fucking therapy. Asmongold has fucking trauma. Okay. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy to me that the people that need help the most will be the last people to get it, bro. Last people to get it.
Things have been improving since then, by the way. But anyway, this has been, my life. And I stopped really caring about anything. I stopped caring about what happens to me. I stopped caring about what happens to other people. I stopped caring about what people think about me. And I felt that the more that I have, the more that I've cared about things, the more unhappy I've been as a person. And I think that this is true on like a base level. Is this some sort of pathological problem for me? I think it probably is. But at the end of the day, this is the best way that I know to cope with it, right?
That's it right there. Cope. Everything's cope. It's like all of these negative things that he says, like, I had to deal with and this was bad. I never cared about dying until I was about to die. I didn't care about losing my teeth until I was losing my teeth. This whole like thing where he's like, trust me, everyone, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very content. I'm totally fine. You're not fine, bro. You're not okay. You need friends. You need a friend to come to you and say, bro, you're not okay. And you're not going to see that you're not okay until after we get you help. So please, I'm your friend. Listen to me. Let's go talk to somebody. That's what needs to happen, dude. So bad for Asmongold, man. The dude needs a hug, man.
And so for me, the way that I live and everything is a manifestation of that. It's always been this way for me. My mom, like growing up, things were pretty messy, etc. But then even now, things are worse than they ever have been in terms of like being messy. But, I never really think about it or worry about it because...
You guys wait, we're going to look up this trauma response I keep referencing at the end of the video here. And you're going to keep it Asmongold in mind and all the things that he said when we go over that.
Never really... It doesn't even cross my mind. I'm thinking about things that I want to think about. I'm doing things that I want to do. And I never think about what other...
I'm not thinking about my teeth rotting out of my mouth until I absolutely have to go deal with it. Well, maybe if you would have taken care of yourself to begin with. And you know what's crazy too? You know what's crazy? And this goes back to like the super independent. He doesn't want anyone to be dependent on him. And he doesn't want to be dependent on anyone else. It's crazy that he does have like some resentment for his mom letting herself fall apart. And then he himself lets himself fall apart, right? like it's weird to like I wish somebody could talk with him and draw these correlations. Like, well, dude, like, do you see how you're kind of doing the same thing?
People think about me. I don't think about how it affects other people. I don't think about how they feel or anything like that. And it might sound like a bad thing, but it's made me a happier and more fulfilled person, not worrying about anybody else really other than myself.
You think that because you have trauma and you need to see a therapist.
I have to. And it's been...
An addict don't quit a drug because he thinks there's something wrong, okay? Like,
very weird for me getting older, especially, and like having like priorities change in your life, and having different things happen to you. And so I wanted to make this video and kind of like explain like kind of how I got to be this way, and hopefully a little bit of this can like explain why do I behave this way, why am I like this, why do I have no
yeah, to your audience or to you, Asmon? Is this for your audience or to you? Is this the only way you can really talk about this, really? Crazy, man.
Shame with things, right? It's because I've lived a life where I've tried desperately to hold on to any degree of dignity that I've had and anything that I've had, and it's just slowly been taken away from me. Whether it's myself, pieces of myself, other people, or the way that the world sees me. I think that the more that I've kind of just, let things flow freely and not care about it, the more happy and content that I've been. And so it's an ongoing process, and began whenever I said, I guess I said I was like 13. And, I guess the last thing for me to do is really to let go of myself and, just finally be content with my own existence for the time that I exist. And I'm not really a religious person. I'm not a spiritual person either. I don't believe there's any light at the end of the tunnel. I definitely don't think so. And I just try to make the best of being in the tunnel. And so that's why I live the way that I do. That's why I do the things that I do. That's why I say the things that I do. That's why a lot of criticism and things like this, of course I don't like it. Of course I don't like it. But it doesn't really emotionally affect me in the same way that I think it does for other people. And it used to affect me a lot more, but I've, gotten...
See, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Like, those are the consequences. Like, it feels like, just don't you just want to feel good, dude? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but like just cleaning your house, just when you're done, it makes you feel so good. That's why you do it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to clean your room, but after you clean your room, you're so happy you did it. That's where Asmongold is, dude. That's like, he has all this trauma and shit that he's just like, he's coped with it amazingly, almost to a fault. He's almost too good at coping.
A little bit better, at least, at dealing with it. And so hopefully this can answer some questions and kind of give people a little bit more insight into my life and the kind of person I am. And
let's speed it up a little bit.
That's pretty much about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to cover. 30-minute video. Actually, I was expecting it to be longer. So, that's my life story. That's what's happened to me in general. And that's why I am the way I am. And will I ever change? Maybe, maybe not, right? I mean, I honestly, like, making a lot of money on Twitch and, like, the notoriety and everything, like, people recognize you. I mean, I guess it's nice, right? And I mean, sometimes it's, having money is way better than not having money. But in terms of, like, having a lot of wealth, I live in my same house. I use my same desk.
That's unironically, Bagel just said in chat, I cleaned my entire house once when I was depressed. Unironically, like, a really good thing to do. It gets you up, it gets you moving, gets you started, right? You don't want to be Asmongold, right? Or you find ways to cope with the fact that your teeth are falling out of your mouth until you need to go to the hospital. But there is like a level of you need to get up, you need to get moving, right? And cleaning your house, just cleaning your room, it's a very good productive way. Like, 'cause then you're getting up, you're moving, and then it feels good once everything's clean. So like, unironically, a great thing to do if you're like in the dumps.
I eat in the same places. I do the same things. I really haven't changed at all, honestly, ever since I was like younger, ever since my stream got popular. And maybe one day I will, maybe one day I won't. At the end of the day, I think that one thing that I've always really kind of focused on and thought about a lot is that I have complete and absolute agency over my own life. I can do anything that I want to do.
See, I literally said this. This is it. This is the trauma shit. This is why Asmongold has all of his fucking money and refuses to spend any of it, because he values the independence the money gives him. He suffers from this trauma response. I mean, I'm not a therapist, right? But I think he's suffering from this trauma response that I've read about, where it's like you're like hyper independent, hyper independence, extreme independence, something like that. And that would explain so much. That would explain the money, a lot of the shit that he talked about here. He's about to say it. He said, remember this shit when we're going over the thing that I want to show you guys when we're done here.
Maybe one day I won't. At the end of the day, I think that one thing that I've always really kind of focused on and thought about a lot is that I have complete and absolute agency over my own life. I can do anything that I want to do, and I can not do anything that I don't want to do. And I think that's been a very comforting fact. And so
it comforts him. It comforts him. That's why he lives like a fucking squatter, dude. That's why he drives a trash car. Because he's hoarding all this fucking money, because he values the independence the money gives him, because he's fucked up in the head, dude. I mean that in the nicest way. I mean that in the most sympathetic of ways.
People ask me, like, are you ever going to do this? It's not something I'm really thinking about changing right now, but in the future, I might change my mind. I just don't know yet. And so
I hope you do. I hope you do. I hope you do. You don't got to be Jack Doherty to buy yourself nice things once in a while to feel nice, Asmongold. Okay? You don't need to be Jack Doherty to hire a maid to clean your fucking room so you can come home and have a clear head, bro. Like I'm frustrated that nobody's telling you to please take care of yourself. I'm frustrated that there's nobody in your life that are like, this isn't normal, dude. I'm glad that you're happy, but you don't see how much more happy you could be, dude. Get him a therapist, man.
And, be able to experience things for the way that they're meant to be experienced. And really, I don't care a whole lot about that either. I don't care about, going out or having certain life experiences or, oh, you'll regret this. Well, who cares if you regret this when you're old? You're about to die anyway.
Yeah. And where has that mindset got you? You didn't care about your teeth till they're rotting out of your mouth. You didn't care about dying at 30 till you turned 35. Your blood pressure went up and shit. He's doing it again, dude. He's doing it again. How does he not see the pattern here of like cause to correlation, dude? Because he's got trauma. Because he's fucked up, dude.
Doesn't even matter. And so I've never really felt that way. It's just not. It's not in me. And
you won't right now. You won't right now. You won't feel that way right now. You'll feel it when you're dying. When you're 85 years old in your fucking deathbed, that's when you'll feel it. And then it's too late, bro.
So that's really my whole life, and
maybe I'll look into my
that's why I live the way that I live. It's why I do things the way that I do things, and maybe one day it'll change. Maybe one day it won't. Who the fuck knows? Tune in next time to find out. So anyway, guys, hopefully this is a little bit more informative, etc. And shit. I got an early end for the day. We had to record something early, so I came home. I figured I'd record this, and it's only 6 p.m., and so I don't know what the hell to do with myself now. I'm not streaming. I'm going to go walk around my house like an NPC. And so, I don't know what to do. I'm probably going to go play video games. So anyway, guys, thank you all very much for watching. Thanks for listening if you've gotten this far. And things have been going great for me recently. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been so supportive and everything. And, my best way that I can say thank you is by doing more of it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and that's about it. Peace.
All right, that was pretty interesting. Very interesting. I think he needs help, man.
Killer looked like Joe had too much booze.
He needs a therapist.
He only has like one follower, and he's like a hate follower.
Now I'm gonna look up this trauma response.
Such a vibe killer. Looked like Joe had too much booze. Oh, I think he only has like one follower, and he's like a hate follower. Okay, I get it. I don't know.
Fuck your daddy. Fuck.
Here it is. We got the AI overview, but yeah, remember Asmongold when we're talking about this right now. Okay, remember him. And I know this is the AI overview. I'm not a therapist. Okay, blah, 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 blah. But seriously, okay, like take it for what it is. Yes, extreme independence, also known as hyper-independence, can be a trauma response. Hyper-independence is a mental health condition that can develop when someone learns they can't rely on others, like his mom, for support or protection after a traumatic experience. Mom gets sick. It's a defense mechanism that can help relieve negative emotions in the short term, but can lead to emotional difficulties like depression and anxiety in the long term. Signs of hyper-independence include difficulty trusting others, difficulty delegating, taking too much responsibility, inability to open up to others, always trying to prove that they are self-sufficient, not accepting help from others. Causes. Hyperindependence can be caused by many types of trauma, including childhood trauma, intimate partner violence, post-traumatic stress disorder, hearing his mom cry his name at night when she wasn't really crying, and complex trauma. Treatment, therapy. I hate that therapy is like a bad taste in my mouth, right? Because there's so many people that do not need fucking therapy, and they cry about it and they bitch about it and talk about it's the greatest thing in the world all day long. Asmongold needs therapy, okay? But oh God, it's overblown. There is value in therapy. It is important, okay, for people that need it. The problem is people get like a little sad one day and they go and fucking like get therapy for the rest of their fucking life. There's just too much of anything, right? There's money involved. All right, there's therapists that just want to take your money. Okay, it's a thing. It exists. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate that there are people that will not seek therapy because of the way that other people treat it. They abuse it. They abuse the therapy, right? Anyway, therapy, self-reflection. Practicing vulnerability can help hyperindependence. Trauma-focused cognitive behavior can help address PTSD, anxiety, depression, and other behavioral issues linked to hyperindependence, like hoarding all of your money for the independence that it gives you and living in a cave. If someone you know is hyper-independent, you can support but not overbearing. Let them know you care about them, blah, 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 blah. But are we seeing some similarities to Asmongold here in this trauma response, right? Like, I think there's definitely some correlations that it's worth bringing up. That's what it came across to me. Overall, I just think Asmongold needs a better support system. Honestly, he's not a bad guy. He didn't say anything wrong in that video. I just think that he needs like a hug and for someone to be like, listen, dude, like, trust me, please. You need help. We're going to get you help and you're going to look back and you're going to go, God damn. I mean, he's still doing it. Asmongold's still doing it. He said it in his video. I didn't care about my teeth. I didn't give a fuck. Well, then my teeth rotted out and that was bad. Yeah. Then he said it again. What was it? What was the other one? I didn't care about my health. I thought I was going to die before 30. Well, you know, then I cared after I got sick, after I started getting high blood pressure because I don't take care of myself, right? And now he's doing it again. Well, I don't care about X, Y, and Z because, man, who cares? I'm going to die one day. I won't care when I'm dying. Oh, no, you will, it seems like. It seems like you haven't caught on to that yet. That's not his fault. He's damaged, bro. He needs help. It's a shame. It's a shame that there's no one in his life that seems to like be able to convince him of that. Oof, this shit looks serious. What's funny? What's serious? What's going on? What happened? Is something in the Discord? Guys, join the Discord, like the stream. What are we doing? What happened to your comment? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see your comment. Well, that was good. That was good. I wasn't planning on going over that. That was a really good segment. I'm glad that we went over that. Very interesting. Super interesting, man. Multi-millionaire lives in squalor. And honestly, like, yeah, you know, he gave a lot there. He gave a lot there. A lot to digest there. A lot to think about. Yeah, I didn't see your comment. I didn't see it. I almost want to get on and grind GTA, but there's like no good grinds right now. The only good grind is the arena. But I don't want to do the arena. I don't want to do it. Next week, going back to North Yankton. That'll be fun. I'll be playing that. That'll be cool. It's spooky. Should I do a spooky stream for all 3 of my closest friends and family? God, when I was doing the GTA 4 streams, it was so much bigger. We get like people. It'd be cool to like. It's so crazy. I remember when I started doing YouTube, I would be like, man, if I could even get 100 views, that'd be so cool. I know I'd tip, like, my last video is not doing well for some reason. I don't know what the deal is with that. I just don't have a good audience. I get, well, not that I don't appreciate the audience I have, but I don't have an audience. How about that? I don't have a audience, and then the algorithm's just not pushing it. It's like it's not getting recommended to anybody. I hate when that happens, dude. I hate it. But then it makes you wonder why people don't just come back, right? It's like, what am I doing wrong that people aren't coming back to watch, right? I'm just not entertaining enough. Yeah, YouTube has recommended the new video to 740 people. Thanks, YouTube. And the stats are good, like they're good compared to like your typical stats. I don't know, maybe just too much competition. Who knows? You'd think after 2,000 subscribers, you'd have more people coming back, right? And like 1,000 of those subscribers we made in the past year. I guess people's attention spans are small. I got unsubbed from you twice, Aaron Newman. What the fuck? Shoot, you did good tonight. You got 14 new members. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Good oiler. Yep, GTA 5 and Saints Row streams were fun. Yeah, I just don't like doing the game because then you know what you get. You get like, I don't know, man. Maybe I will do more gaming. I like to try to have fun, right? I reserve the right to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Right? So I do want people to see it. Like I spent like a decent amount of time on my KSI Dramas Insane video. I try to have fun with it, try to put effort into it. It sucks when you like do that and you get like 50, 60 views. Sucks. It is what it is. But like, you know, you put time and effort. Like, I don't know. It's like not even a clout thing. It's like I put time and effort into something. I want people to see it. You know? Is that crazy? Is that clout chasey? Is that not an understandable emotion to have? Well, maybe if your stuff was good, people would come back to see it. You have 2,000 subscribers, Joe. Where are they at? Fair point. Fair point, man. Well, you know what, guys? We're going to end the stream there. Thank you all for watching. I've been streaming more. I don't know. I'm doing some new stuff, trying some new things. I love doing the videos, but they're just like, for me to actually have fun, for like the point where I'm actually having fun editing a video and I'm like laughing at the little like memes I'm putting in it. It's like hours. It's like hours. And it's not because my shit's like the highest quality shit. It's just to, like, for me to sit and enjoy making a video, it takes me hours because I choose it to, I choose it to be that way. Right. So I really like doing the videos. The live streams are fun, but I really like doing the videos. So I'm going to do more live streams. We'll do more videos so I can see how things go. You're not getting a free t-shirt till we hit 100,000 subscribers. All right, I'm ending the stream. Going to bed. Have a wonderful night. Drink water and make sure you get a job.